Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth, the truth. You have to go back to the roots, the roots. Go to the roots, to the roots. Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now. Subscribe now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afridamus Report. I'm your host, Afridamus, and I'm happy to be here today to give this reparation news report. It's about time that African presidents, Ghana, speaking about reparation. Because, you know, I'm going to bring all the evidence here to let you guys see for yourself that, you know, if you look at the history of Africa, I'm not talking about the fake history where people will like to create this fantasy about groups that exist or did not exist. And they pretend they would say they are uniting people. But this voice here, this is more uniting than any voice you're going to hear out there. So Ghana's president, Nana Akufo-Addo, is demanding reparation for Africa. So, you know, I thought about it. I said, you know, this is the real situation where we could say, call ourselves FBAs, Foundational Black Africans. But you see, Africa is not only black people, you know, dark-skinned black people. So we have to go with FA, Foundational Africans. But the good thing about, you know, Nana Akufo-Addo demanding reparation, you know, we call it reparative justice. Because as you guys know, just with slavery alone, that is a great case for reparation. Because you see, we have some of the people who are descended from those slaves in America, you know, who are asking for reparation from the American government. And as you guys know, my position, I have always supported this idea for them to have reparation. But now our voices would become one and the same. I get it. Some of you would try to, you know, come up with, you know, your negativity. You're going to try to disparage this situation and try to accuse Ghana of participating in the slavery. But now you have to remember, people, how did this slavery happen? How did it happen? Have you ever asked yourself this? How did Europeans come and trick African chiefs on the coast? Because you know that's what happened, right? Let's just call it what it is. I know some are going to come here and pretend like, oh, you know, the Africans sold their own people. Who do you think the people that they were selling, do you think those people came from space? Okay, fine. You don't want to talk about slavery, right? You want to point fingers at Africans. What about colonization, people? Colonization and putting this death trap around African nations. Look at what they did in Mogadishu. Even this is why the Somalis especially, they have a right to claim their reparation right here in America. Do you think the Americans had the right to go to Somalia, you know, and drop bombs over there? Think about that. Because they claim, okay, these people are not getting along. But there were tribal wars in Europe, but they called it world wars. You didn't see Africans go and say, hey, you know what, these people are not getting along. They didn't drop bombs on them. But now we have a problem, though. We have a problem. The Ghanaian president talked about this reparation, right? But how would the reparation be secured? That's what I want us to talk about here. It's not just to, say sweet things. And I know some of you critics are going to try to say, oh, it's such a coincidence. Ghana is in the whole 1.8 billion. Nana Akufo probably went to the white people and he tried to pull a Jesse Jackson. I know how some of you think. Some of you, your mind, you are so negative. You're probably thinking he went over there and try to tell the white people, hey, hook us up with 1.8 billion, and they started stalling. He's like, how about I, talk about reparation, because that drum is beating hard, and call my people on. But that's just how the cynical people think. The reason why I'm bringing all this up, because I know the critics are going to bring these points up. So this is why I want to help you, and answer those questions ahead of time, And some might even say, okay, what about the video we saw circulating where the Ghanaian chief apologized for slavery? Okay, don't just hold on to the part where he apologized. He told you also what happened, what happened. And, the people, they paid the price for this. But this case is not going to, just apologies is not good enough. That's what most people are saying. The Caribbean people, they've accepted apology from the Queen of England. I have that video. I'll bring that. Not all the Caribbeans. But Ghana, I'm going to bring Ghanaian president's words for you guys to hear it yourself. And I want you to tell me if you agree that Africa deserves and should get reparation. Should it be based on country, depending on the countries, or, the whole of Africa, as the Ghanaian president is going to be speaking on here? But I don't know what type of leverage is there to secure this reparation. That's something we should talk about as well. Okay? But here we go. Let me play the news. I don't want to keep you waiting, but here, let me bring in this news here. Let's go.
In our next story, President Akufo-Addo has joined calls to demand for reparation for African countries that suffered from the slave trade. According to him, compensation to the people of Africa is long overdue. He was speaking at the Reparation and Racial Healing Summit held in Accra. Michael Ashali now reports.
This event.
So this is an event, and we have a FBA here. So this is not only Africans. You have FBAs part of this too. MS Delta, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, wait, the Queen of England apologized? Yes, I have that video. I'll bring it. I have a video of that. I'm not going to play that today, but I will do a special show on it because that's a special case on its own. So now more and more you're seeing, this reparation thing is becoming international. So this woman is a Black American woman. Let's hear what she has to say at this summit.
Is very emotional for me. On my way here from the United States, I live in Chicago, Illinois. And on the flight here, I continue to think about all that our culture has been through. We've lost, those of us in the United States have lost a lot.
Janice Damba is an American by birth. After many years, she has taken an oath to be Ghanaian. She believes this is the single most important activity towards healing from the pain of slavery her ancestors suffered years ago.
This is my first trip.
Here's what Ghana, with this reparation thing. Look, let me play devil's advocate. You see, people like her, they are double dipping. So they would get the reparation, the African one and American one if it goes through. That's actually pretty smart. You know, like someone like me, if it even works, it could work in my favor, you know, double dip. But look, you I know some of you are saying Afrodamus is on board with the reparation. They said that all of us Africans should be one voice in this. Why should I be the one that would come and say, no, do not give Africa reparation? I'm not crazy. Well, let's be one voice, okay?
To Africa. And like I said, it is so emotional. I am doing my best right now not to start crying because it hurts. And I want to be a part of change. And being here in Accra is the beginning of my journey.
When I think about coming back to Africa, I think about the legacy of the transatlantic slave trade and what was stolen from diasporic Africans like myself. What it means to be in a country where I do not feel at home. What it means to be alienated from my history, not because of something that I did, but because of something that was done to me.
Jason Craig Harris is also now officially Ghanaian.
So some black people are becoming Ghanaian citizens. Looks like that's the ceremony. See, people like that, like him and the woman, they are smart. You know, it looks like they did it the legit way. They're even throwing ceremony for them, like they do here in America. Like when I became American citizen, they gave me the little American flag and I pledge allegiance to the flag, you see. So he's doing the same. But those of you that want to automatic citizenship, thinking people are going to throw flowers, you're just fooling yourselves, you know. So now Africans also, you're included in the reparation talk. So please leave FBA people alone, you know, going around trying to tell them you're one and the same. Now you have your own reparation case and a Ghanaian president is pushing for it.
He believes this is one of many steps that people of African descent must take while they fight for reparation for the injustice done during the slave trade era.
I feel overwhelmed. I feel finally for the first time in my life that there is a place that I can call rightfully home. I feel welcomed, I feel affirmed, I feel embraced. Slavery is a legacy and a stain of trauma on the present. And I don't think there is anything that can compensate for that level of dehumanization and disregard for the bodies of people who look like me.
Wait, I'm going to read this. This is interesting. Ras Moise said, Nana Akufo-Addo is at it again. The 400 years return back home. They made billions and now wants reparation when they were involved. you know, Ras Moise, I knew people would say this, okay? I knew it. I knew people would accuse Nana Akufo-Addo and his people of participating in the slavery, but maybe they were misunderstood. But we would play the chief later who to apologize. We would hear what the chief also says, okay? To see if we want Nana Akufo-Addo to lead our reparation talk for us. Because I'm African too, you know, FA, Foundational African. That's what we're going by over here. So, Ras Moise, I hear what you're saying. MS Delta, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, as an FBA, I'm tired of these black Americans going to Africa and then saying how they suffer in the USA. Just enjoy Africa. Don't badmouth the USA. Bingo. MS Delta, this is what I've been saying from day one, and people get upset. I'm like, look, you don't have to badmouth America. Just go, have fun. You know, we would see you when we see you, but you want to badmouth America and badmouth everyone else who also is enjoying America. If you're going to leave, just bye-bye. 86 Lyles said, they are mourning at Wakanda, Queen's Channel. Of course, they are going to be crying over there. They probably think that, you know, like this reparation here, they are probably excited about this.
However, I do think there is a responsibility of European powers, of former colonial nations and neo-colonial powers to acknowledge their complicity and their active involvement in the commodification of human bodies, and their responsibility to, in monetary terms, enact reparations.
Like Jason, many have been calling for compensation for African countries that continue to suffer the consequences of slave trade.
These are all, former FBAs. Now they are Ghanaians trying to double dip.
President Akufo-Addo added his voice to this call.
We believe the calls for reparations to Africa are just. The effects of the slave.
The calls for reparation to be given to Africa is just. You heard the man. So let's let, this great president of Ghana tell the white people, how it's supposed to be done. Because you see, these white people like to pretend. They want to pretend that this didn't happen. And whenever you talk to the white people, you go read in their books, they've written all over there talking about the Africans were part of it too. Okay? But what about the Africans who did not give consent? Let's say the chief. Fine, right? Let's say the chiefs, they participated, they saw. But those people were innocent. Have you ever thought about that? So it's victims and victimizers. So fine. Nana Akufo can fight for this reparation. But once we secure the reparation, we would have to dig also and find out who are also related to people who participated in the slave trade. Then we would deduct your portion because you've already received yours when you sold those people.
Trade have been devastating to the continent and to the African diaspora. You cannot quantify the effects of such tragedies, but they need to be recognized. Africa and her peoples lost out tremendously in that period, and its ripple effects are still being felt right till this very day. Ladies and gentlemen, reparations for Africa and the African diaspora are long overdue.
Oh my God, this right here, this statement, if this, like FBA like to say, let's be on code, if this cannot bring the blacks and the Africans together on code, I don't know what is. So that statement just right there. But it's very interesting also with this reparation talk, especially when you hear the online bickering between FBA and some of the, Caribbeans and some of the Africans that try to join in and beg them to accept them. You got to give it to FBA because some of the points they bring, as crazy as it might sound, they do have points there because literally, I saw this video. I'm going to bring the video, not today, but special show where the royal family of England going around, literally they brought, Angela Merkel, Prince Harry's, husband, because she's the man. Okay. So some Caribbean country, they were so mesmerized, into the color thing. And they're like, yeah, we accepted apology. So those are things that FBA sees. They are like, no, man, these people are not on code. But when they hear what Nana Akufo is saying, they would be suspicious, but I think they would accept this more than the other ones that, went and started dancing for the Queen. The Caribbeans over there, it's some remote Caribbean country. It's not one of the popular ones like Jamaica, But the Jamaicans were buck dancing too. I'll play that here as well. They were buck dancing in Audrey's people. I don't know. They were buck dancing for the royal family, talking about they forgive for slavery. So they don't get any checks.
Predictably, the question of reparations becomes a debate only when it comes to Africa and Africans.
He was speaking at the Reparations and Racial Summit jointly organized by the African Union and the Africa Transitional Justice Legacy Fund. The president charged the participants to put together a policy guideline towards restitution.
No amount of money can restore the damage caused by the transatlantic slave trade and its consequences.
That's right. Nana Akufo-Addo, no amount of money is going to change this. We'll take 1.8 billion would stop this. 86 liars said. To be honest, Afridamus, even me as an African, I was like, Akufo-Addo, just, shut up. This going to trigger the diaspora back and forth beef. Oh, you know it. It's probably already began. Yeah. Because the FBI are going to say now the Ghanaians online are not only trying to finesse their checks, now they sent their president who is trying to finesse the check from them. So, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, it's going to definitely, create some jokes. Wait till Tariq gets hold of this.
Which have spanned many centuries. But nevertheless, it is now time to revive and intensify the discussions about reparations for Africa. And even before these discussions on reparations conclude, the entire continent of Africa deserves a formal apology from the European nations involved in the slave trade for the crimes and damage it has caused to the population, psyche, image, and character of the African the world over.
On their part, the African Union pledged support for the formulation of a roadmap to demand reparation for Africa. A senior human rights expert with the African Union, Ambassador Salam Hamad, says the African people...
Wait, is she African? Maybe she's from North Africa, because, they're in Africa too, yeah? They got colonized. So I don't know if he's speaking for them as well. Because we actually need reparation from the Arabs. Remember, they also enslave Africans. Just FYI, look, these days, all I'm doing is research, going to different corners to gather all the information to find out all the people who would possibly be owing us reparations. It's about time for us to be doing this type of research, people. It's about time. We can't just be sitting around, allowing, centuries thing to go by that look at it. We literally, it feels like for Africans, like people, they would say, pull yourself by your bootstrap. But how can you pull yourself by your bootstrap if you don't even have a foot? Maybe some people have a boot, but if you got to grow your foot, the African doesn't even have a foot now. So this reparation would bring the African as one, as holy. That's what Nana Akufo wants for all of us. And we should thank him for this.
Deserve an apology from the colonial powers.
We should speak with one voice as Africans. And to speak with one voice, we have to set the foundation for that voice to be heard. And that foundation that we are here.
Did you guys hear what the man said? He said, speak with one voice. Let me read some of the comments. Let me find out if the people are being nice in the comment section. Here we go. Akimut said, are they going to give the reparations to the AU or divide the cash to all 54 countries? That's a good question. Good question. Alpha Baker said, Ghanaian are the biggest slave catchers and slave traders are now asking for reparation. Nana, you are desperate. It's disgusting. Alpha, come on. Alpha, this is what I was trying to avoid. They said Africans should speak with one voice. And here you come, trying to, talk about how Nana and his people were catching and selling slaves. They already apologized, okay? They already did. But you got a point. We'll get to that as well. But let's just speak in one voice, unison, like the man says here. A86 Live said this is reparations for West and Central Africa. Yeah, I think so. But you would be surprised. MS Delta, thank you for the $20 super chat. He said, Afridamus, as a FBA, we want reparations from the US government. I have no problem with Africans demanding reparations. Plenty of money in Western banks from using black people through the centuries. Thank you, MS Delta. And 86 Lio thinks this is for only West and Central Africa. Wait, don't be too quick to say this. Let's find out if that's the case.
To recommend today as African Union is to agree on the establishment of a platform that will officially represent Africa in seeking reparation for the crimes that happened in the past.
It is expected that at the end of the 4-day summit, the participants will put together an Accra declaration that will act as a policy document and a strategy on how to demand what they describe as reparatory justice. For Joy News, Michael Ashale.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard that, right? So I dropped the link. People, please hit the link. I want to hear what you want to say about this reparation. Do you think, Africa deserves reparation? Yes or no? And why? Oh, do you think, in fact, Ghana should be the one, giving reparation to the diaspora? Okay, but we're not here to create division, but we want to cover all bases where people are going to bring their points from. Here, let me play this video.
Very privileged to be.
So this was a Ghanaian chief, Ashanti chief, who was talking to some, I believe, Caribbeans, blacks from the diaspora. So some of you are going to go around, some of you, that are going to hate on the African reparation movement. You will say, oh, what about that video where the chief was apologizing, for slavery? He will tell us what happened. This white people are very tricky. He will tell us how they tricked the people and everything. Watch.
With you, particularly our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean and the diaspora.
You see, now they got the old man confused already. So in the script, it was, supposed to be, the diaspora, but Caribbean and the diaspora, they're all there. But I'm just trying to build a context because I know the enemies are going to come against this reparation. I'm already seeing it. They are going to come and they're going to present this video for you. So to remove all doubt moving forward, let us address this video once and for all and see if this reparation is about Ghana's hustle, like they're accused of the year of return, or something else. But let us just hear his part and let's address this and move forward. Okay? Because we don't want people to bring this up again, as you heard in that video. All Africans should speak in one voice. But all this negativity, trying to bring this stuff, we can't be doing that.
And people from all over Africa, our brothers and sisters from all over Africa. I wish at this point to particularly.
All right. So, as you can see here, he's apologizing. Big Dog, we have Big Dog in the house. Big Dog, can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
All right, Big Dog, just hang on tight. Let me play this real quick, and because I want you to hear this part, then we'll move forward.
To apologize deeply on behalf of the chiefs and people of Gold Coast and Ghana for the atrocities, the cruelty, the inhuman treatment that were committed 400 years ago by my ancestors.
Guys, 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 have you noticed something when it came to the part to say about ancestors? Watch how he slowed down on that
By
part.
my ancestors during the
Sorry, guys. Guys, I'm not. I'm just. It's just the way all of a sudden the ancestor part he dropped his voice. But let's continue.
Atlantic slave trade, where over 400 years ago, millions of our brothers and sisters were captured, sold, and transported under inhumane and cruel circumstances through Elmina Castle across to the Caribbeans and to the New World. On behalf of the chiefs and people of Ghana.
Did you see what he did? On behalf of the chiefs and the people of Ghana, he involved all the people of Ghana. So some of those people they were selling, guess what? They would have today been called people of Ghana. So it's the chiefs. He should have just stopped right there at the chief section, but watch what the chief is about to say, what happened. Because I told the story before, people got upset, but let's hear Chief himself tell it.
I do render unqualified apology deep from the bottom of our hearts. Deep from our bottom of our hearts. But one thing that I want you to be aware of, it was not without resistance.
Why do they always apologize and then they said it's without resistance? Okay, let's find out what your ancestors did to stop this.
Some of our chiefs did fought and resisted. Some of our people did fought and resisted.
Yes, the ones who were getting sold, maybe, because they're the ones getting sold, not the people that are selling them.
But we are fighting a losing battle against a stronger army. People with guns, and we had no guns. They deceived us with liquor.
Hennessy, he's talking about Hennessy. You guys remember in one of my slave stories where I was giving here about how they used to exchange the people for Hennessy, rum, and all that, and people thought I was being funny. Chief just told you, and in fact, some of you accused Chief of, before he came to this event, you accused him of drinking some of that Hennessy. You thinking he's under the influence, but he doesn't look like one to me. Does Chief look like he drank some Hennessy? I don't think so. Does he look like one?
And all other temptations. Whatever the circumstances that led it to us, we stand here to render apology. And it's my wish and prayer that this apology is accepted. It's accepted deep by our brothers and sisters from the diaspora.
All right, you guys saw that, and the man apologized. So now he made sure the Caribbeans accepted the apology, because Chief was trying to do the Bible, shake. Watch, he's doing the Bible shake, like, please accept it. He's about to do it. Watch.
May the blood of Jesus assist us to overcome that evil.
Okay, so Chief, you just ruined it there when you said the blood of Jesus. You do. Okay.
Never again should we witness this cruelty, this inhuman cruelty of man to man.
Eric B said, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says somebody should have said, take your apology and shove it. So guys, you see, not everybody would be happy with Chief after Chief telling the story, okay? Eric B would have told him to shove it as he wrote. So not everyone is cool with Chief. So you have to understand, because Chief just told a story here that, not everyone would like it,
In this country. I thank you, and once again, on behalf of the chiefs and people of Ghana, we do render this apology. And I ask my colleague to add a few words to what I have said to you, and it's my wish and
All right. We have Kidola in the house. Kidola, what do you think about this reparation for Africa? Ghana's president want reparation for all of Africa. What do you think Africa should get reparation? Go ahead.
Let me be honest. I think the people that suffer most of this atrocity, they're the one that really deserve this reparation. The people that their ancestors be taken down to that kind of a painful punishment. You can see the effect that it caused to them. You can see it. You can see the effect it caused to them.
So you're saying are you saying that Africa? Are you disagreeing that Africa doesn't deserve reparation? Like Nana is saying, oh, you're supporting it.
I think that's just a game. I think Africa should be the last to have that. But
Wait. You said Africa should be the last to have reparation?
Yes.
Explain. I'm listening.
Because the ones that are directly being affected, punishment. You see, when they colonized us, we didn't really see them one-to-one. You understand me?
South Africa?
Okay, so I'm not.
Oh, you're talking in our area, in our region.
Just that West Africa region.
Yeah.
I think the Caribbeans, the Black Americans, I think they deserve really this reparation for them to settle this heinous what happened
atrocity.
To them? Yeah,
so what I want you to so you're saying, okay, the blacks, the blacks, and in the West, they deserve
they deserve it at utmost.
Yes. Okay.
At utmost, because of what they passed through, the pain, and what is the pain that is in the blood of their DNA of their ancestors is still be passed to them. You can see we Africans, we actually, even when they colonize us, we're still able to hold on to our languages. Our landmass did change in terms of our tribal land. We're still able to still know what our 10 ancestors are. You understand? We're still able to, even the 12 ones, even the 13 and the 15 ones, we still have those doors of those relatives and everything. But they don't really have that root, that those doors. Everything's been shut down. Their history kind of like just be cut off. And their history started in the Americas, and the history in the Americas is not a joyful one. The problem with them is that they think, oh, all Africans participate in these things. Even when Africa deserves reparation, we want to know who are these people that participated in this evilness.
Like Congo can deserve reparation. But you made good points. So now what you're saying is, especially what Chief just explained here,
Chief is playing a corny game.
Wait, Kidola, what do you mean Chief is playing a cunning game?
Oh, just this all about business and financial gain. This is not really. Look, you cannot play. It's not only in America that there are slaves, really. this game of what happened, do you know there are some sick people who they took, or people that run to take refuge with the gods that ought to today in Igbo land? Those people are still called the children of the god. That even the people who raid, you have to understand, a lot of things lead to this raid of slave trade. You understand? The chiefs and their middlemen, and some people who it's not ordinary people that participate in this.
Oh yeah, I know. I want to hear it from your point too, because I've said that here before. So this is putting holes in Nana Addo's reparation claim. But 1 second, let me read this super chats here. MS Delta said, as FBA, I don't accept the apology. It should be about the government making policies to facilitate good, profitable business with FBA and Africans. I agree.
Yeah, that is what they're supposed. Look, to bring these people back home, right? Let's be honest, in a genuine way.
Yeah.
In a genuine way, you can embrace them and sincerely. You see, when you're honest to people, they will feel it sincerely. You can say we Africans really. That's why sometimes the FBA think, oh, you people don't see color. Why you people don't see color? We don't see color like that because we will never really be dealt with.
Right. Hold on. Let me read this two highlighted one real quick. Eric B said, I was born in Ghana and raised here in America since the age of 6 years old, and I will never forgive those wicked clowns. Yeah, he's talking about the chief. MS Delta, thank you for the super chat. Hold on, 1 second, sorry. He said, what this African doesn't want, what African doesn't want African reparations. There is enough reparations to go around. Hashtag FBA. Okay, sorry, go ahead, Kidola. So you said the African chief is playing a game. And you talked about how like they still have, the children of the god. Go ahead.
Yeah, chief is playing economical game. Sincerity is very clear. So wicked kings and some wicked and their clown and their commanders are involved in this bad business that happened in Africa. You understand me? And that is why the trauma that happened in Africa also make some of these African chiefs and their laws not to say something to even the generation. I didn't know nothing about slavery. Let's be honest. You understand? I get to one steady stage. I think I was in high school, and because of these things, because the way that
you're right. Ordinary people will not.
We don't know
ordinary people don't know. Yeah, you wouldn't know it from the chiefs for sure.
No. Even you have to say, Africans' parents, they don't want to really feed you with negative things to wrap your brain. They have to give you the positive aspect, and that positive aspect is for us to be educated, go to school, and they always make a reference. I want you, to the men that have met these colonialist people, I want you to go to school and be like that white man. Know what that white man knows that we didn't know, that made them to defeat us. So education was part of that ball game, that pushing. You understand? That pushing, study. So they didn't really come with this heavy problem into our head. That's why we don't have color in our mind. We're all blacks. Black is black. And we don't even have the black consciousness in our mind. Rather, we're more like a tribe. Where
you identify with your tribe, not your color.
Tribe. And they also teach you to able to navigate and be polite when you're living with these tribes. You understand? You see with your parents the way they create peace in living together and everything. So you follow those footsteps. But by the time you started growing and you started coming close to some of these hot tips guys in the internet and everything, the mistake the Black Americans are making, the FBA, they thought in their mind, or they have something in their mind like all Africans are involved. All Black Africans, all Native Africans in Africa are involved. They don't understand how the game is being ruled. So that was when I say Africa should be the last to take reparation, because we want to know who's involved before that person getting double money. You understand?
Double money, because you see, if the chiefs, it would be easy to find, right?
Yes. So this chief in Ghana, this is economical game.
Yeah, he said, MS Delta said the chief apologizes while wearing his gold.
Big time.
So MS Delta, are you saying he should give up the gold? Well, the chiefs, they have plenty of gold. Don't you think they should be the first, instead of just apologizing? Maybe, give some of this gold to the diaspora. They'll be able to make money off of it.
And the Black Americans also should also try to study the Africans also. That know what they have in their mind. That is what is really that is the truth. How the all Africans are. You understand me? The Africans you're seeing, or the Africans you're seeing now, they don't know nothing what happened to you.
Right.
Nothing, anything that come close to what you have. Oh, they know. They just play ignorance. They don't know.
Right.
They really don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you do come across that where, like Black people, they would assume you're from Africa, you would know, or like they tell the person and the person doesn't know. They're like, you're playing a game. No, the person really is not. They really don't know.
Yeah, because they're very suspicious.
Oh yeah. We have Obinto. Obinto, welcome in the house. Obinto, what do you want to say?
Oh,
does Africa deserve, reparation? Ghana's president is asking for reparation, but Kidola is saying Africa should be the last place to be asking for this, because we want to make sure we know who were the people that in fact, took part in this slavery. We don't want them to come back and double dip. Go ahead.
Look, there's two ways you can answer it, but I mostly agree with you. First of all, even if you ask for reparations, what leverage do you have to make the Europeans pay you? None. Right. So who cares? Secondly, how the hell is this guy going to ask for like, it's a bit shameful for Africans to ask for reparations, man. Like, you literally sold the slaves.
Wait. I know you are probably going to say something about Chief. I know you're not going to agree with Chief. Am I right?
Yes, I'm saying he's shameful for asking for reparations, man. How's he going how can you sell something and then ask for reparations? Like, these guys are embarrassing us. Afrodamus, I swear, Ghana keeps embarrassing the rest of Africa.
Wait,
it was the year of return.
Go ahead.
Ghana keeps embarrassing Africa.
What do you mean?
I'm saying Ghana keeps embarrassing Africa. Remember, it was the year of return. And how?
You said this man himself is the one embarrassing. You see,
okay, Nana himself keeps embarrassing Africa every time he has a speech.
You kind of like generalizing.
Because remember, it was the year of. Okay, Afridamus, if you remember, it was the year of return.
Right.
It was the year of return that resulted in the African Americans feeling a certain way because of how insincere that whole situation came up. Because they made it sound like it was a coming together, but really they were just trying to hustle some money out of them.
You know what?
And I feel like that led to the internet beef. And I think this is going to lead to more problems.
You know what? You're right about that. The year of return, I think some Blacks are they're not saying it, but they are mad about it. And I think they should, because I heard it didn't go as it was advertised to them. It didn't go that way. It was all fantasy. So, I don't know, like, what's going on in Ghana. You see, we have Kwesi from Ghana. Welcome, Kwesi. Okay, we have another guy in the house here. NGTO, I think she's Nigerian. NGTO, welcome in the house.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I remember you. So, do you think Africa deserves reparation?
I think when people say reparation, what do they mean by that? That's the first thing you should be asking.
Well, Ghana's president is saying for slavery, because, the white people came there and, grabbed the people, the Africans, and also colonization. So a whole host of things, bad trade, tricking Africans into signing bad documents, giving us bad loans. But first, we just want to focus on slavery and colonization, because those were the biggest crimes.
Right. here's what I have to say about that. Our reparations started when we were able to govern our land. If you know what I mean.
Okay. When
Okay.
when they said we were
So,
independent,
and
right?
exactly, that's
But what
when
about
our
all the
only reparation.
resources that were being extracted, the bad trade deals?
Okay. So the resources, it was the people who were governing Africa then that allowed them to, even till today, we still have presidents that would just be giving Africa resources away for no reason because they want money in their own pocket instead of to use that resources to improve Africa. Right?
Right.
So my question now is, with Ghana president, asking for reparation, we all know
For
how the
Africa
reparation talk for Africa.
and
So
the
is it just for
diaspora.
Africa or is it for the diaspora? Okay.
Well, but
My
you
only
see, you cannot put Kid Ola is saying that. Kid Ola said, yes, the diaspora, they deserve the reparation because they were directly the people who suffered directly from slavery. They had, because they were under the white man. So he's saying in Africa, especially in our regions, West Africa, most people did not even have contact with the white people. It was mostly in official form, the colonization.
correct. And
Yes.
I agree with
So,
Kidola.
yeah. So you agree with
I
Kidola?
agree with Kidola.
Wow. So all
Yes.
three of
And
you, Obinto also said the same thing.
but this is how I feel like Nana Akufo should go about that reparation talk. Because Black Americans started the talk in America. And
Right.
I guess since the talk is not loud enough, they want to get Africa involved. Now, that is my main concern. Because you remember with everything that has to do with Black or Africa, we all know what happens to those leaders,
Right.
right? In the past. So now that is my biggest concern. I want Black Americans to have their own reparation. I just don't like the fact that they're getting this man involved and they're using his face as
No,
the new face.
but don't forget, Nana Akufo, the blacks didn't use him for the year of return. Ghana benefited from that the most.
And then,
Exactly.
So with this as well, if he's the one, he's leading it. Let's say they say, okay, we'll give the reparation. That's not gonna go to the blacks. It's coming to Africa.
Which is sad.
I know that's
Know what
what
I'm saying?
Kidola and
Which is really
Obinto they
sad.
are saying. Exactly, that's what they are saying. Right, guys? Am I wrong? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
yeah, see,
Afidamis,
look,
that's exactly what I'm saying. We should
Okay.
disassociate from this guy. He keeps causing beef for us.
look, uh, the people that you can see what happened to them. You can see it, the effect on them. You can see the effect on them, my brother. They deserve it. They need to. Is their right to receive it? Is their right to ask for it? African leaders coming to ask for reparation. We should check those African people's head, and not just check their
Wait,
head.
Kidola. You guys, I was sitting here. I started the show good. I gave good message. How excited I am about this reparation. But now you guys are shutting down my reparation dreams. But you know what? Go ahead. I can take it. Fine. So check the African leaders, their heads that are asking for reparation. Is that what you said, Kidola?
Yeah, because why I'm saying it is this. We want to know the chiefs, the chiefs, because the record must come out, the chiefs, and the sincere apology, the
But
sincere
you see,
apology.
Kidola, you are asking for problem here. You want the chiefs to show the document, but
Yes,
that
for their participation, and we don't want
wait,
their defenders if let's say if Africa have reparation, right? Who are their descendants of these people? They are real true descendants.
Oh, for the slavery.
The people that took the African chiefs that participate
Oh,
in this ball game.
I think it
You
will be
understand?
easy. I think they know who is who.
And so that when Africa, in the long run, when Africa started talking about reparation, we don't want those ones how to touch that money at all. And some of them even become president even after independence. You think
Uh-huh.
some of these people they still very powerful, even when they after during their
Yes, that's
independence.
what people don't realize. They thought that like the people who were in charge of like slavery and all that, they just disappeared, vanished. No, it's like generations over time. These people become powerful, more powerful. Think about it. It's to be chief is by blood, right? You
Yeah.
have to be for, yeah. So
We
so
want
they did
What
not
is
we
just
want the
amazing
dismantle that.
is
Like
that
the chiefs remain. They the family lineage continued to be powerful.
we,
Even in
we
government.
want the FBA and their the
Yeah.
black Americans to have their reparation.
Yeah.
Let truth be told. These people are part of us. Only that if you do their DNA and do some of us in African DNA, you can see that this slavery affect every household in West Africa. Only that the story will just be covered up downtown home. You understand? Just be covered up. Just be covered up. There are some people that will cry looking for their brothers and everything. That's what I'm still telling you now. That there are some area in Igbo land that they have the name they called them. When this game were when these middlemen were raiding these villages, they can even raid you because your land is fertile. They can even raid you because they don't even like your face.
Yeah.
Not the honorary people. These they are middlemen and they are commanders. You understand? This elite, these chiefs. You understand? You have to understand. And some of them also are crooks who work with the British also. You understand?
Yes.
Who work with
Yeah.
British.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how it happened. Yeah.
So those people who run to the gods, because you know Africans were very scared of these gods those days. So
Yeah.
some people run to these gods. Some of these people form their villages around this gods area in the market square. Until today, some people call them that name of that god, and some people don't even want to marry them. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They see have the, oh no don't kind of like untouchable. If it's still
Oh,
there.
so this was still during that time. Were those the people who were running away from
Yeah,
that? They didn't want to be enslaved.
they didn't want to be
Oh,
a slave. Yeah, they didn't want to
okay.
be a slaves. So they run to the gods. And those gods are in the market square. You
Oh,
understand? Those gods are
okay.
in the market square. So they form their villages there in that market square. They have the name they call them.
Oh,
They
they
marry,
still exist, huh?
they still exist. Only that they marry as something they marry from if you're a foreign, like if you, even when you live in Nigeria, but you know exactly for that village, you can come from another state and marry that you don't know what is going on. You understand? But don't make it, most of them are billionaires. Most of them you see that are very rich in Nigeria, they are billionaires now. You understand me? People that came from that place, they are the most richest Igbo people in that zone. You understand? So even if you go to Lagos, you see one water area, people are staying in those water area.
Yo, I
Those
think
people,
I've seen a documentary on that.
those people were also running from Dahomey problem, Dahomey slave
Oh,
raiders,
okay. Oh, that's
and
how that place came about.
and Oyo slave raider. That's what like battleground. So those who didn't want to be caught up in that raiding, catching you, you catch me and you sold me. So some of them start escaping, going towards the water area, started building houses there. Those Dahomey soldiers or your soldiers, you know, they were enemies with each other. They could
Right.
not come to those water and start raiding them. So the history, if you start checking what really happened, you start seeing the footprint of this wickedness that how Africans, this elite of Africans, chiefs, I mean the chiefs now. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about honorary
So
Africans.
do you think the white people would have record of this history? They're gonna bring it up if the Africans start getting serious about reparation.
Let me tell you something, my brother. We cannot sugarcoat this thing.
Yeah.
The white man does not know the jungle of Africa.
Right.
You understand? They cannot just be picking people for a thick jungle they don't know nothing about. You have to say,
Right.
Africa people are very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the snake of Africans, how aggressive they are?
Yeah, I
The
know.
the chimpanzee and all those animals that in West Africa, how aggressive they are. They
Mm-hmm.
are not different in terms of our aggressive. We are very aggressive people. We will fight them. You understand me? But these people that these middlemen and this elite, these kings that participate in the ball game, they know how to weaken those ones. And the one they don't like their face, and the one who could not pay them tax and all those things, they will raid you. They have no emotional attachment to you. That's what we try to let these FBA people know. You have the wrong thought in your mind. You think, oh, you start generalizing, all Africans are involved. We don't know nothing about who sold who did so who. We totally against it. So we talk about reparation, they should be the one that will have it because we still have our things intact. We still have everything intact. But these chiefs, we don't know who they are, who participate, until we start knowing who are these people really serve, so that we can clean these people's name out of existence. So if you check what happened, my brother, if you see this the way these black Americans talk sometimes, you yourself will start thinking, why are they so aggressive like this? Sometimes you feel sorry for them. Let's be honest, you feel sorry for them because these are part of our family they took away. That's what they see. What they see is black and white, black and white. And when they see the white, they are very, very aggressive. It's not like that to us. We see people individually. That's what we are, brother.
All right. Obinto, what do you want? Obinto, so you say Ghana is embarrassing Africa. Every time you turn around, Ghana is embarrassing Africa. Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that?
Look, all of these self-interested initiatives keep coming out of Ghana. Okay, just look at the year of return. Afridamus, even you have to admit that was a shameless money grab by the Ghanaian government. And I think that's what started off this whole internet beef between Africans and African Americans. Like, come on, like, how is this guy going to come up there and ask for reparations for slavery? Who sold the slaves? Who sold? Like, let's just be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well,
okay,
according
okay, Afidamus, even if you want to be honest, let's just say the Europeans came and forcibly took the slaves. This is what I don't get about the reparation stuff. How are you going to force them to pay you reparations? They have all the guns, they have all the power. If Europe wasn't, like, come on, we cannot survive without Europe currently. Even Ghana itself is currently under Nana's leadership going to the IMF to ask for, I think, loan restructuring for their current loans. Yeah.
Well, you saw we got the Ghanaian money man Baba who can create all that money, but somehow he cannot help Ghana. But you're right.
Yes.
You're right. I don't know what Ghana is up to.
They're asking for loans on one hand, and on the other hand, they're asking for like Afridamus, man, please. Someone needs to assassinate this guy. He keeps embarrassing Africa. Like
but do you think is only he? This is just his idea, or there's like because every time I look, there is black people from America that are also seem to support President Nana. They seem to love him quite a bit. Because if you look at even with this ceremony, it was blacks from America becoming Ghanaian citizens. So it seems like all his programs, for making money is tied around the blacks. Have you noticed that too?
I think that's why he's pandering to them the way he is, especially now that Ghana is in financial problems. I think that's why he's probably kicking up the pandering level, the booty clapping to another level now. Because this makes no sense. Like I remember watching this.
So are you saying he shouldn't blanket it and say this is for all of Africa? Because I know the Nigerians are probably not gonna think he's representing them or South Africa. Kidola, what do you think? I don't know what happened. Go ahead, Obint.
No, definitely. This is not for the rest of Africa.
Can Let me just say something real quick.
Like, has he even
Can you guys hear
asked the other African leaders first?
Who?
Yeah, we can hear you, sister. You can go for it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Afrodamos.
Yeah.
You see, look, one thing, look, when you invite people like this that face social trust, I understand why Black Americans did trust that year of return. You understand? They did trust it because the way the Ghanaians sell it to the diaspora, they're something like, oh, come back home. If you come back home, you have everything. We'll give you stay, we'll give you everything you're looking for, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Then when they came to Africa, they start seeing themselves, started spending their own money. You have to understand, not all of them have enough money like that. Some of them were just
So are you saying they didn't make it clear?
They didn't make it clear to them this is business. You understand? This is just business. This is tourism. You understand? This is tourism. So
Oh man.
those that came, that wanted to escape, came for sincerity, to look for peaceful settlement of things that is haunting them.
Yes, because so in one hand you're saying the Ghana people that put it together in Ghana, they have business and money making in mind, and in another hand, people in the diaspora, they truly mean it. They're not looking at it from a business standpoint.
They're not looking for that type of the game that man execute. They thought, oh, thank God, see, there are people like this who when they took them, they didn't see anybody looking for them. Now they're not seeing people that look like them, that where they're coming from, now asking them to come back home. That they are now people now looking for them. So they came a lot, and they thought they will have that peace. Rather, they start increasing price on their head.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that I heard the prices went up.
And this is business. This is just pure business. They're not yet there to entertain them and all those things. And you can even see even the chief that even say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's money. It's money making.
Wait, you don't think Chief is sincere?
If you see, the whole thing is not sincere. The whole thing is not sincere. Because all what they're saying is dollars. And you cannot play a game like that against these people. You see, why sometimes I'm against them is the aggressiveness that they are coming after Africans. They thought, oh, the whole of Africans are involved.
Right.
That's why sometimes I'm really against their aggressiveness towards Africans and the way they attack us. We're not involved. The thing even hurt us. Like, whoa, this kind of big something happened. What this? So we honorary people, we were able to receive them more than these so-called officials, this elite. We think their ancestors were even involved. Start coming, telling them to come back home, but all what you see saying is still the money aspect. You see, a devil can never give birth to a saint. That's just the truth.
Do you think like sometimes like when these people like Chief come in contact with these people he's talking to, do you think there's like a sense of guilt? Like, do you think there's like a sense of guilt, facing them and telling them these stories? Do you think they feel a sense of guilt?
There's some sense of compassion there, but I don't know if it's sense of guilt. It's a sense of guilt. It's a very big thing because it didn't happen to his children directly or to his mother directly. So it's an elite. It's a big chief. It's an elite. You understand? You know the history. Who is involved? He can say who is involved. The whole history of what really involved. These kings know who is involved because they were the one ruling there. They're nothing like Ghana at that time. Today, Ghana is not connected to Ghana Empire. You know what I'm saying?
They are separate. Yeah, it's not the same.
People. So what I'm trying to say is this: if you want to sincerely say sorry to these people, you have to study these people first. How this business hurt them? You understand me? how this whole business hurt them, then that's sincerity. That's what you see when you sincere, you know it on your voice. You understand me? When somebody is sincere, you can hear it in his voice. You understand? That
Right.
money, capitalist, these people are running away from a capitalist system that didn't really favor them. Now they're
But
not jumping.
Kidola, what about the people who, because you saw there's blacks participating there, like how come they're not picking up on this fact?
Which one? Is it the black chiefs that surround them?
No, because the other blacks are from the diaspora. Like here, let me play this here. Like this guy, listen to what he's gonna say.
Yeah, that in the name of the blood of Jesus, you do accept our apology. Thank you very much.
We stand here once again symbolically at the gate of no return. We stand here as husband and wife.
So like that's a black American,
You see those men standing close to this man too. You
right?
see, these people, look, a devil will always understand on that devil. You understand me? You understand? The first one that came, how do you think they start scamming these black Americans really? You think these Africans there who start doing it in just like that? So those ones, they're also looking into business of it also. You understand me? They're looking into business of all this tourist business and that business.
Yeah, but when they said the year of return, I just thought about it. Didn't the prices affect the ordinary Ghanaians more than the people coming? Because when they increased the price, it made it harder for them.
Those in the big cities, yeah, we have fed them because now it's all about the money grabbing for these black Americans. You understand me? So if don't come and promise people to come home, come back home. The sugarness of come back home. You'll be allowed to stay. You'll be allowed to buy property. You'll be allowed to do this. But those land they give it to them in Ghana is all fake. Those are not. It's not true. It's not a true gift. I saw that you follow a process by sponsoring a whole village.
Right.
You will contribute big amount of money before that land will even become yours, and it will never even become yours. You understand? Because the land scammers and land grabbers are all involved in this ball game. It's all about the sincerity. It's all about the sincerity to these people. Be sincere to them. Give what you can give. Don't promise what you cannot give. You understand me? So when we talk about the reparation, repaying them back of what happened to them, I think the Black Americans and the Caribbeans really deserve this this payment or whatever to them, because it's their ancestors directly be flogged and be kind of like dehumanized, that we Africans that live in Africa, we know some of these kings will see kind of like our kings, and some of these chiefs will see kind of our chiefs, but with their badness, that's why they kill the story. We don't even know nothing about this story. You understand me? So we don't know who are these chiefs, and we want to know who are these chiefs that are involved, so that even because our reparation is when they give us that when we win that independence. You understand me? That's our reparation. If they cannot control our resources, good, and they are very corrupt. So
yeah, that's why. Kidola, you just destroyed Nana's reparation question. MS Delta said, I am offended he asked for the apology in the blood of Jesus. Yeah, what do you think about that? Like, what do you guys think about he's asking for the forgiveness in the blood of Jesus? Obinto, what do you think about that? Obinto, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Yeah, what like
you said you asked for,
like Chief was saying, in the blood of Jesus, he asked for forgiveness. For the slavery.
Man, look, Afridamus. You see, you laughed when I first said these Ghanaians are embarrassing Africa, but slowly you're coming to that idea. These guys are embarrassing, man. Jesus, black or white?
This is a show. This is a show. I said this right here. You're absolutely right. This right here. This chief was putting on a show, a big time show.
Look,
Yeah,
someone needs to check his ancestry. Someone needs to check this guy's ancestry.
well, that's
There,
what
there are a lot
Kidola
of
is
hidden
saying.
skeletons. No, these people are These people are shameless. Did you hear? You know, the funniest part is when he said, "The Europeans, they tricked us with alcohol." They didn't trick
Yeah.
you. They didn't trick you with
Wait.
alcohol. He makes
Well,
it
they
sound like
thought it was.
they force drink. They made him force drink or something.
They didn't know they were gonna get drunk. That's why he said they tricked them.
I swear, Afidamas, these people are embarrassing us.
Like
the
problem is like, you're right. For some reason, I don't know, man. Ghana should definitely come and tell the story of these chiefs, and stop making the blacks think like the chiefs are the good guys. I mean, the chiefs and their descendants sold the slaves. Let's just be real. Okay, let's see here.
Afidamas, man.
We have,
look.
Yeah.
I just wanted to finish off and say, look, I think this is like a smoke and mirrors, especially for Nana, because look, his country's not doing well economically right now. So I feel like every time there's problems, he always does this big show. Remember when he went to Europe and said, "We will stop selling you our cocoa or whatever."
Oh yes,
I'm still waiting for him to stop selling. I'm still waiting for him to stop selling it. And stop. This guy is all talk.
Who is that?
Afidamas. I think the new age of, I think that's Kidola, man. I think this is the new age of African leaders where.
Yeah, I mean, it's beginning to be a pattern. You know what, Obinto?
No. In the past we had dictators, but now we have Africans who talk big but achieve nothing. What they say and what they do doesn't correlate. They're like showmen. That's what I see from these new age African leaders now. From these new presidents.
I mean, he's almost like if Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson were president. I mean, the guy is always trying to dig into the white people's pocket or like taking from the blacks, and the blacks think they are receiving money, but I don't think they are. I mean, some might, because this man here.
We stand here as the African male.
I don't know if these people are being tricked, but hopefully it's true. Let's see, Mitch, babe. Mitch, welcome in the house. Where you calling from?
Hi, I'm calling from England.
Thank you for calling in. Mitch, babe, what do you think? Does Africa deserve reparation? And what do you think about Ghana's president spearheading, this talk?
Well, this is the second time I'm calling into your program.
Yeah.
And I'm a Ghanaian anyway.
Oh.
And I just called, I called due to the topic of under discussion.
Yes, perfect.
And,
that you're Ghanaian. I want to hear your take on it and what has been discussed here. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. I have a problem with us Africans. I don't know why we get the need to denigrate one another, one country, especially when a country takes the initiative to do something. I'm not an Nana supporter. I'm a Ghanaian, but I'm not an Nana supporter because that man is quite a disappointment, I would say. But some of the comments and that guy, what's his name? The other panelist, King whatever. Some of the utterances.
Well, you can, I mean, you feel free. Anything you want to address. Both of them people, they're still on the panel. You can,
I'm aware,
you can raise.
there, but I'm trying to get his name, the screen name.
Big Dog.
No, the other one.
Obinto.
The K, is it K? I'm calling from my phone. My So I'm
yeah,
not.
that's
I'm not really,
that's Kidola. Yes, that's
I'm not really
Kidola.
seeing properly from my screen.
Yeah, he's here.
Some of the utterances are quite unfortunate.
Like what?
But because to say that get the land that they are even promising the Black Americans, they have a fee, they have they ask them to pay money, and the land will even never be them. I mean, you've got no evidence. Even you have no evidence. Even if you have evidence, I'm sure you read it online, which might not be, which may or may not be true. So sometimes when we make certain utterances, we put it in people's head, and quite frankly, it's our own doing that these Black Americans have this sort of animosity towards us, because I wouldn't say they are. Some of them have missed up, due to years of separation. So some of them even don't call themselves Africans, whether they are blacks or whatever. They don't consider themselves Africans. But to say that, the prices, some of the prices, everything in Ghana went up, and Ghanaians.
But let me ask you this: you as a Ghanaian, right? Like, what do you think about the statement? Like, Nana shouldn't be the one asking for reparation because of the chiefs along the coast who are very well known to have participated.
Well, I'm not in a position to say whether he is the one to ask for reparation. Anybody can do it.
Right. No, but I'm saying, what do you think from the panelists saying okay, there's a period he shouldn't be able to ask for reparation, especially Africa. For
Jamaicans are asking for reparations from the British government. So
right.
what is
I saw
wrong
that.
if Jamaicans are asking for it? So what is wrong if Nana asks for it? Like I said, I'm not a Nana supporter.
Well, they can tell you they're still here. Hold on one second. Let me read this 1 second. MS Delta says, thank you for the super chat. He said, as a FBA, you as a fellow FBA cannot accept an apology for slavery from a chief. It's a show. So, okay. So you've heard what both Obinto and Kidola said, right? And you're disagreeing with both of their stands.
Yeah, well,
is that correct?
To say Ghana keeps embarrassing Africa is a very unfortunate statement, because why? Anytime when we took the initiative for the year of return, which has become some kind of like a mecca thing for Black Americans to be coming. Although Black Americans have been coming to Ghana way before the year of return, the Black it's Africa.
But did you hear what Obinto said? Right, Obinto is still here. He's the one that said,
yeah.
But you heard what he followed up, what he meant by,
Yeah, that's what I'm addressing.
And Mike,
I've not completed my statement.
Oh, okay. And also, Mike also have a question, 2 questions for you. I'll let you finish this one, and then I'll read those questions to you. Go ahead.
Okay. So when Ghana was fighting for independence at that time, and they went for a conference, and the Casablanca group and the Monrovia group or whatever, they voted. Africa got, they got separated at that time. If at that time Africa had come together, we would have been a force by now to reckon with, though we might not be able to agree on all things.
Right.
But whenever a nation, one country in Africa takes the initiative to do something, I know we might all not have the same, we might not have the same view on certain things. So we might not agree all the time. But if at that time we would have, things had panned out well for Africa, and Africa had united at that time, Africa would have been a force to reckon with now. Although we might not have been at the place we would have been by now. And Nkrumah fought hard. Nkrumah took the initiative to fight hard.
But Mitch, let me ask you this, right? Let me point this out, why this looks fishy why the people are saying what they are saying. Okay, where did she go? Okay, she's gone. But anyways, when she comes back, I'll repeat it. Mike said, let me read Mike's question and you guys can talk on that. He said, ask her, why are they only giving land to the Black Americans? What about the Caribbeans and the diasporas? If it's not about money. And Audrey said, Ashanti chiefs already asked the British government for compensation when slavery ended. Compensation for their loss of earnings from slavery, the level of disrespect. Okay, I would hope Mitch would answer that. Kidola, go ahead.
You know, I'm not attacking the Ghanaians. I'm talking about generally the West Africans. I told you about the Nigeria aspect. If you go to some part of Igbo land, the effect of that you can feel it there. You understand? So
Right.
what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying the Ghanaians alone. Only that the Ghana is the first country to ask them to come back home.
Right.
And when these people come back home, you see, when you sell a product, the selling is like, oh, come back home, come back home. You'll be allowed to stay. You get a free land. You build this, you build that. So you have to start. The ones that have money inside among the Black Americans that came, they're the ones you start seeing citizenship now in Ghana. You understand me? Because those who have money might be to invest in something. But how about the ordinary ones that came?
Like ordinary Black people. Well, that's what MS Delta is saying here. MS Delta said, let's be honest. Ghana sees Black Americans as cash cows. Keep it real. But Ghana advertises it as Black unity.
Yeah,
Mitch.
that was I'm trying to say, that the way the Black Americans receive it, they thought, thank God, somebody's looking for us. Thank God, somebody's looking for us.
Right.
And you see, that thank God somebody's looking for us have been in their mind for a very long time. You understand? Have been in their mind for a very long time. Yes, 400 years is a very long period.
Right.
Some of them doesn't feel like Africans anymore. But I can still tell you, majority of them feel like Africans. Forget all these ones on internet or YouTube
Right.
that call themselves all kind of names. These are little ones inside. A lot of them, where do you think they get their color from? Where do you think they get those their teeth and their gum from? Where do you think they get those their nose from? Where do you think they get all this part of their future that look like us from? You see, Congo, even as I say, Congo will not even deserve reparation at all.
Really?
Because the queen of Congo, that lady participated also in a very
slavery.
into slavery. You have to understand.
Even their king, Alfonso.
The slaves they were taking from Congo, they're the one they were shipping towards Ghana. Don't be surprised. Most present-day Ghanaians are even Congolese. You know what I'm telling you? Most present-day Ghanaians will even have Congolese blood. When they were doing that slavery, they were also digging the gold also.
Right. They were doing gold mining. Yes, you're right.
Gold mining also. And some of these people that are doing that gold mining, they were all the way from Congo.
Right.
To that part of today called Ghana. They were also from Nigeria, also coming from the Gulf of Guinea. You understand me? All the way from Calabar to the Igbo land territory. You understand? Down to what you start seeing, they were shipping that to that place. So is these chiefs?
But what about the gold that it's been told that the British stole a lot of gold from Ghana?
My brother, you cannot invade. You can't look. Yes, they overpower them. Yes, but you see, these kings have powerful army. That this army, they are rolling inside those jungle. Do you think the British will see these people?
No.
They are dark. They have spears. They have arrows. They can take you out from a very far distance with all these their weapons they have. These our chiefs in Africa, in West Africa. So-called President Nigeria, so-called President Ghana, so-called President Togo, Dahomey, and all these people. It's a game. It's a very big game. That's why I say when Africa need a reparation, we want to know who are the descendants of these people that involved in this bad business. You understand? That make
Right.
today us confused. What is really
But you
going on?
see, Mitch have a problem with what you said. Let's let her finish what she was saying, okay? About the problem she had with, your point of view on Obinto. Mitch, you're back, right?
Whatever you're saying that some Ghanaians may be Congolese, I don't think it's relevant because Africa today were tribes that even the Ghans in Ghana, history has it that they came from Egypt through Ile Ife in Nigeria onto Ghana. So they are not. One can say that they are not native Ghanaians. So
But
it
my
doesn't.
sister, wait.
It's
See,
irrelevant.
sorry.
And
I'm not saying.
there are tribes
I'm not
that.
saying. I'm not saying Congolese. I said most of. You see, when they were taking these slave trades, also that why I said Congo, that Congo cannot even get reparation because Congo was even fully involved. I said the slaves they were bringing also from Congo. They also took them from the Gulf of Guinea. Ghana is close to Guinea-Bissau. Ghana is close to Guinea-Conakry. Guinea is not too far from Calabar, from Nigeria. It's just that creek. Vroom with a boat. 2 hours, you're already there. You understand me? So what I'm trying to say is this, that even when they were dealing on this business, when these African chiefs were dealing on this bad history, they were also bringing the slaves also from Congo to be digging the mine. Some of these Congolese can also be, somehow when you come to a new place, you have no zone. You also become able to slave to some of these Africans also. These Africans will also slave you and keep you as their slave. So one day, some of them will become, only the African type of slave is different from the European ones. When you come to an age, they will free you to allow you to marry. Every West Africa to Congo, we have the same blood and the same interaction. That's our languages are even closer because it's all Congo Basin languages we speak it. You understand me? There are some people who move from Congo to Nigeria. There are some people that we interact a lot, we communicate a lot in movement and everything. So I'm not trying to say, oh, Congolese is in Ghana. I only just said those that came to Congo, they did ship. They will become slaves to some of this elite in Ghana. And some of them might become even chiefs and kings over there, just like the way it is in Nigeria. That's why I say, even if you go to Igbo land, even in Calabar, the effect of slave trade is still heavily featured there, and you see a problem there till today. So I'm not talking about Ghana alone, or it's not about this is nothing to do with Ghana. This is generally among all of them. They were fighting each other. Oyo and Ashanti were fighting. Dahomey and Oyo were fighting. The Benin and Oyo were fighting. It's a mess. It's a very big mess. Very, very big mess. Very, very big mess.
So in the end, actual slave sellers themselves want reparation again. And MS Delta, thank you again. He said the big doggy checking chief paperwork. Mitch Babe, go ahead. Mitch Babe, are you there? Okay. Obinto, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Obinto, what do you want to address about what Mitch Babe said earlier about having an issue with
Look, I think
with what you said?
she got what I was trying to say wrong. Okay, let me not say Ghana. Let me say Nana's administration has been embarrassing Africa for God knows how long, since the moment he stepped in.
Okay, Mitch, are you there now?
So, I don't know.
Sorry.
In her explanation, she went all the way to the.
I think I muted my mic. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't know what's happening to me today. But I don't know where I got to. If you could let me know where I got to, because I muted my mic. I just realized I muted my mic.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You were talking about when like when you talked about the Congolese. When
exactly.
You were addressing what Kidola said about the Congolese being in Ghana.
Thank you.
Thank
like
you during
so
slavery.
what I was trying to say is what he's saying is irrelevant because Africa used to be tribes, and a lot of tribes migrated from one place to the other. Hausas in Ghana today are not natives to the land. Hausas today in Ghana came from northern Nigeria when the British wanted them to come and fight the Ashantis, and some of them remained. So they are not natives to the land. They cannot trace their land to anywhere in Ghana. So Ghana's history has it that they came from Egypt or through Ile Ife in Nigeria to Ghana. So Christ migrated. So whether Ghanaians can be
Well,
traced
it's
their
not. It's
descent.
definitely not all Ghanaians, because
Well,
the
yes.
Akan have always
So
been
whatever
there. So
with that aspect is
that's not what
irrelevant.
he means. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
So what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is, why do we find the need to denigrate and disrespect Ghana whenever we take the initiative? Because we don't have black people don't have a problem when we vacation in other countries, European and America. We take our money there to go on vacation. But when black Americans are coming to Africa to come for whatever reason, we have a problem with that.
But what do you mean? What do you mean people have problem with it?
Well, they are saying that all the year of return was about cash. What about getting the black American money?
But you don't think it's about money?
Well, I'm not in a position to say that. So what?
No. Oh, wait. Okay, Mitch. Let's be honest. Are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? You want to tell me everything surrounding the year of return, everything we've all witnessed, even not being there, just seeing it from advertisements and all that, what is being built? You want to tell me that wasn't money centered? And
I am not in a position to look. Let me tell you something.
You
The year
play
of
politics.
return.
You're not honest.
The
You
year
play
of
politics.
return was 400 years to mark the departure of the slaves from Africa, from the shores of Africa. That was the main purpose of the year of return, the 400 years of their departure. Now,
but did you see?
When such an occasion is happening in the country, hotels, private hotels, and restaurants, places, they know that tourists and other people will be coming to the country. So if an individual increase their price, how is that the fault of that government? The person in charge who organized the whole thing. How is that? Because they can't go around to be telling hotels and other people to be increasing their prices, but they will take advantage of that.
Okay. And Mike has a question for you. He said, "How come then Ghana?"
Let me conclude with this.
Mm-hmm.
Not actually conclude, but let me finish this
your
initial
point. Okay, go ahead.
So now a lot of people are saying that Black Americans and Ghana is not the only country in Africa. Why are Black Americans only going to Ghana? And this is the same Ghana that took the initiative to welcome these people back home.
No, that's not what we're saying here.
I'm not saying you are saying it. What I'm saying is a lot of Africans keep saying that Ghana is not the only country in Africa. So why are Black Americans? They should spread out. They should go to other African countries. And a lot of these countries haven't invited them.
But you see, what Kidola, you know what you didn't address in this? Kidola also said that he has no problem with what you're saying. He's just saying how this story's been sold, saying come back home, right? There are other people in the West, blacks, who always wanted to come back. When they say home, they think they're coming home, not like they are not being told the finances that are involved, or saying they're gonna give them free land and stuff like that. So he's saying the land is not even free. Is that, what do you want to address that?
Sorry, say that again. I was reading a comment by Mike Olawale.
Yeah, Mike, I'll read this comment to you in a second. And Echoes Sunday, I think Echoes is from Ghana, said, Diallo Sombre, an African American living in Ghana, started the year of return shenanigans in Ghana, knowing the psyche of his fellow African American, the Afrodamus. Nigerians here running their mouth. So Echoes, saying it's a Black American.
I'm not surprised. A lot of the negative comments are coming from Nigerians. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Kidola is Nigerian, so you think it's because he's Nigerian?
I'm not surprised because I watched a Nigerian man on Diaspora News, Diaspora channel. There's a channel on YouTube that made a very excellent statement that Nigeria is supposed to be taking a lot of the initiative that Ghana is doing now. But because
So wait, are you saying Nigeria are they jealous? Mitch, are they jealous? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not using the word jealous. What I'm trying to say
what
is
word
that
would you use?
Ghana takes an initiative to do something, Nigerians especially feels that they should have taken that lead.
Kidola, what do you want to say to this?
Okay, my Ghana neighbor, now that you're fighting the zone I'm coming from, let's just be truthful. Now, when 1976, it's going towards the late 70s, Nigeria invites a lot of Black Americans to visit, to look at Nigeria, right? To look at something that they will miss. But Nigeria sponsor that. They have even their flight tickets and everything. They were staying. There's a place called Festac in Lagos. That's where they stays. You see, Nigeria will not pull out something that they think they cannot do and try to think they can do it. The year of return, that year of return, you can like it or not, was a tourist selling business.
And why do you have a problem with that?
To the Black Americans to come.
And why do you have a problem with that?
No, nobody have a problem with it.
You have a problem. Sincerely, by your statement, you have a problem.
See, you get it in the wrong way. But the Black Americans themselves, both Black Americans that went there and those that even went to Africa started saying, this is not about coming home as a unity. You can see how pissed off they are. They say, oh, they ask us to come as unity, rather they see us as money cash cow. You understand me? That is all about our money. A lot came, a lot also went back. You understand? So they thought, oh, we will be here.
Why is it the headache of a lot of Nigerians about that? Why is that?
Nigeria have no headache. Nigeria have no headache anything about Ghana.
I'm saying what you have.
Nigeria have no headache anything about Ghana.
What the Black Americans
Nigeria is not jealous. Nigeria is not jealous about Ghana. We always say.
Wait, Mike. Wait, big dog. Well, in this situation, I always would hear. I'm glad you guys are hashing this out, because I always hear that the Nigerians are jealous of Ghana because Ghana invited, and Nigerians are jealous of it.
It makes me sick. Some of the Nigerian it makes me sick.
No, Afrodamos.
Mike Olawale is saying that the lands were given to the Black Americans. I addressed that statement, but my mic was muted.
Okay, go ahead. Let Kidola finish this, and then you can address Mike, because we didn't hear that.
Afrodamos, Nigeria as a country, or Nigerian people are not jealous of Ghanaians at all.
Your statement and your actions
is not in our blood to start jealousy about what Ghana is doing far away in their territory. But what we Nigerians are seeing, or what we Nigerians are hearing, is that wow.
What is wow about this? What is wow about this? It shouldn't even be your headache. It shouldn't. Whatever Ghana is doing, it shouldn't be your headache.
Ghana put the best trick on them.
What Ghana is doing, it shouldn't be your headache.
Most Black Americans, they will tell you that.
You're giving a jealousy vibe. You're giving that.
Then you start hearing about reparation right now. The reparation is not for Africans.
I wasn't even expecting a Nigerian to call
Black Americans.
Mitch, just give me 1 second and you can come in.
Not Africa. We Africans in the continent does not deserve any reparation. Reparation is supposed to give the people that deserve that reparation. You can see the effect of what happened to them and their ancestors in them up to present time. In them, those are the people that deserve that. It's always good to be honest. You cannot shadow or try to show the
honest with you Nigerians. And I'm also being honest with you Nigerians, because what I'm trying to say,
your chief's apology is fake. Everything is fake. Just be honest. I'm a direct person. That's what I tell you directly.
I don't care.
So, it's your business. It's your business.
I'll tell you as it is. What I'm saying is, I wasn't even expecting a Nigerian to call in. What I'm trying to say is, I answered Mike Olawale's question, but I think
we didn't hear you. Go ahead.
I think my mic was muted at that time, so she couldn't get my answer.
He said you guys only give the land. He said, how come you only give it to Black Americans?
I said that, look, That is why I'm saying Nigerians, these guys, they give, you know, their sometimes some of their comments makes me sick. The land is being given to Ghanaian diasporans, Caribbeans, Black Americans. What gives him the impression, or what made him make that statement that the land is being given to only Black Americans? And now the administration fee is $700 to make the paperwork, which is reasonable. And right now, that guy that just spoke said that the land may even turn out never to be yours. What evidence does he have? Nigerians should stop denigrating Ghana. Stop speaking down on Ghana. Stop giving that jealousy vibes. It doesn't.
We are not jealous. Nigeria is not having nothing to do or jealous. If a Nigeria pull this trick out, I'm not saying Ghana pull a trick out. If a Nigeria, like, let's assume our leaders, these dusty leaders, pull a trick out, right? We Nigerians say, this man, what kind of game be this one? You understand? We'll not say it's a game. We'll go direct towards the state. I'm not saying you pull a trick, but if you listen to Black Americans and why the beef between Africans and Black Americans increase heavily, is about this. They always said, "Oh, they trick us. They ask for our money." You just say what you talk about. You have natural hatred.
Any beef is between Black Americans and Nigerians. Cut it.
Hatred for Nigeria.
Black Americans don't have even a problem with Africans. They have problems with Nigerians.
Nigeria don't give a damn about what Ghana thinks.
They have problem. Black Americans don't have a problem with even Africans. They have a problem with Nigerians. Let me make it straight to you.
It doesn't do us anything because we are very direct. We are very direct. Don't be pretending. Ghana know how to pretend. Ghana know how to pretend. Be straightforward.
We are not pretending. Right now, a lot of people are even attacking Ghana. That Ghana is not the one who has problem.
You are the one who has problem with Nigeria. No, Nigeria doesn't have problem with you people. You people are the one having secretly hatred against Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't have nothing to do with you or anything to do with you people at all.
Well, your statement makes me think otherwise. No Ghanaian will come on the platform and talk the way you talk. So you
people always have secret hatred against us. We know that. But we don't have any.
Listen. What I'm trying to tell you, is no Ghanaian will come on the platform and talk the way you are talking. So who is giving that hatred vibe?
Ghana have I said Ghana have infrastructure of tourism. Nigeria does not have that infrastructure. Our hold up, our system is just too.
You don't have a problem when Africans take Black Americans.
Ghana can host. Nigeria cannot even host Black American when they come in drones like the way they came to Ghana. Nigeria cannot do it. We don't have the infrastructures. Not like we don't have the huge hotels and everything.
We have that pull down syndrome. We are our own enemies. The continent is not united. That's why the continent is
Mitch,
and we will be disrespected. We'll continue to be disrespected.
Mitch,
for me, listen, I have a lot of
Nigerian 1 second. Friends. Hold on, wait 1 second.
I defend them. With my heart and
but Mitch, are you more upset? Are you upset about Kidola not agreeing with the reparations, or what what he said about Ghana and Chief right here? Are you upset about that?
What I'm trying to say is it come in two folds. Whether reparation or not reparation come in two folds. Other people could be for it. Could be for the fact that Africans need one person cannot be a mouthpiece for the like I said, I'm not an supporter. One person cannot be a mouthpiece for the whole continent. If he could have said Ghana needs reparation, that would have been fine. But if he says Africa, I don't agree with that, because consult other heads of state. Find out if they need reparation as well. Then all of you can put your heads together and know that the continent needs a reparation. If he says Ghana, I don't have a problem.
No, but have you heard what like the series of things that were been pointed out? How come it's only Ghana, but pushing for this? And let's be honest, the money is going, but it's only Ghana benefiting. They say, like Nana said, we're doing it for Africa, but is it really for Africa?
Well, how am I in a position to answer that?
Well, you should be able to see it.
I'm not his mouthpiece. Right. What I'm trying to say, I'm not his mouthpiece. What I'm trying to say is if he had said he needs reparation for Ghana, that would have been a fair statement. He's speaking for Ghanaians and for the country of Ghana. But if he said reparation for Africa, has he consulted other heads of states of Africa to know their stand on that, to know
Well, it
whether they
doesn't.
need reparation?
It
If
doesn't
they don't
sound
need,
like it. Hold on. Let me share this here. Okay. Let me show this tab real quick. Are you seeing that? You see that, right? So this is from the year of return. You know, what is the year of return? You see that here, right? It says the year of return, Ghana 2019, is a major landmark spiritual and birthright journey inviting the global African family, home and abroad, to mark 400 years of the arrival of the first enslaved Africans in Jamestown, Virginia. So right there, like, I don't know why they're celebrating that, in Ghana, because the first slaves were not from Ghana. We know where they are from, but that's not the point. They're African. That's what matters. But yeah, right here, this is how it was sold. What is the year of return? Then they
The
go
third
to
the third paragraph is what really tells it all, where it
hold on.
says one of the main goals.
Yes, okay. One of the main goals of the year of return campaign is to position Ghana as a key travel destination for African Americans and the African diaspora. In 2019, the events planned throughout the year will serve as a launch pad for a consistent boost in tourism for Ghana in the near and distant years. Beyond tourism, this initiative supports one of the president's key developmental agendas in Ghana beyond aid. We know that tourism can be a leading indicator to business and investment. We are focused on ensuring that our brothers and sisters have a safe, pleasant, and wonderful journey home. So, so they will want to come back, get involved, see the opportunity that exists in Ghana for us to work together and begin to rebuild what has been stolen and lost over the past 400 years. Okay, interesting. What do you want to say to that? What do you guys want to add on to what I just read?
What you just read,
Yeah.
that's called business, and that's called business. That's called tourism, right? That's called tourism. Tourism can lead to final settlement. You understand? Tourism can lead to final settlement. It's not that it cannot lead to final settlement, but the people that came, you understand, below middle class came to Ghana, and middle class came to Ghana. The rich, the top rich ones, they were not really there, and some of them, majority of them were just like, look, okay, look, I did not fit into United States. United States is not my home. Let me look for somewhere else to go. And some of them didn't even read this content. What they did, they have all called mad saying, come back home, come back home, come back home, come back to your mother's land, come back to your root. So they just thought, oh, we're coming back home. But some of them, yeah, when they come around, after 2 days, 3 days, this was shiny, but after 4 days, they started getting the reality that it's not what they thought, it's what's really going on. That's
So
why
so you're saying it's fake?
when they went back home,
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me read this. B, thank you for the super chat. B said, Nigeria is the capital of Africa. Leave us out of this. Oh, okay, go ahead. You said Nigeria is the capital of Africa. Leave us out of this. Oh,
what is I don't know the meaning of that. So what happened is when those that came went back home, they start saying something else to their people, like, whoa, it's not what you thought. This is total different ball game. Some of them later started coming to say, okay, we could find love or whatever they're looking for in Ghana. You understand? So it's not about what they came from. Some of them find love, some of them find other things, but some of the majority, that's why the beef increased. You said they have beef with Nigerians. They have beef with Africans because, see, the black Americans generalize everything. They generalize everything. And when they generalize everything,
This is true.
They generalize everything. Only that Nigeria are more vocal. Nigeria also no, because we're the one who can say, no, you cannot just attack us like that. We don't have a problem with black Americans. There were people, some of them never even been to Nigeria even. So we just said, okay, maybe Ghana that come with this kind of something. That's why this beef increased.
So you say Ghana is the one creating the problem and hiding, like they throwing sand and hiding their hands, or throwing rocks.
You could see like the way this lady just said, I hate Ghana. Well, I don't have no problem with Ghana. I have some Ghana. I have a lot of Ghana friends in Nigeria. You understand me? Some of them marrying to my family. You understand? So why should I have a problem with Ghana? But because she have some hatred against us. Because Nigeria are vocal people. Nigeria, we direct. We don't pretend. We just direct what we want to say in our mouth. That we don't go here, we don't go there. We don't tell you what it is. That's just who we are. We are loud and we're very straight direct. Also, that's why I say Nigeria cannot handle what Ghana pull out. We don't have we have the hotels, we have the baby hotels, but what we does not have is the communication. You see, Ghana is small. You understand? Accra, you can just find those hotels there. Nigeria, hold up, we eat you for 6 hours. Hold up, we eat you for 6-7 hours in Lagos. Huge population. And Nigeria is who you know. You cannot just be coming to Nigeria to dance around like that. You have to know somebody. You have to follow somebody.
All that you're saying, I don't know what relevance it has to this.
So what you're saying that we are jealous of people. I don't know the relevance. We're not jealous of you people. So stop projecting. You hate us.
I'm not projecting.
We hate you people. You projecting.
Your comment says otherwise. Your comment rather says otherwise. You can be vocal or whatever you like. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody gives a damn. It's an
opinion. So don't project nothing.
What I'm trying to tell you is that
don't talk about one mic, guys.
What I'm trying to tell you is that we Africans are fighting a common enemy. We should stop trying to denigrate one another.
You want to raise up one another down. Kind of like a moral standard that will never work. You're the one projecting. You hate Nigeria in your tone. Nigeria don't hate Ghana. That's what you call it. Oh, Nigeria hate Ghana. Nigeria don't hate Ghana. We don't take about Ghanaians.
I didn't even use hate. I didn't even use hate in my statement. What I'm trying to tell you is your comment on. Do you know why I called him? I called him because of you and the other guy. I don't know where he's gone to.
Okay, hold on. We have Mike here. Mike and KBM. Mike, hold on 1 second. KBM, what do you want to say? And then we'll have Mike. Mike have the question for Mitch here. Mike is Nigerian. Go ahead, KBM.
Yeah, the point I want to make is that Ghana made no mistake, and they were forthright with what they said in this About page. Even Fang used to like to bring this up when she would come around, is that this was I'm just going to be honest, is an honest money grab. They actually focused this particular year on African Americans to come and visit, invest, or what have you. What they did not do with the year of return, it says you can come home and relocate. But if you want to relocate as an individual or what have you, you just have to do what you have to do. Usually that entails you got to have the money to move. You got to have the money to gain that citizenship.
So you say no trick here. This is straightforward.
Right, because they had this on there since the beginning. They have not changed the wording. And if you look at the wording, it does not say come home and move. It says come home and visit.
Well, thank you for bringing that up. Okay, Mike. Mike, go ahead. Mike, what do you want to ask? What do you want to add on to? Because Mitch wanted to know what jealousy you Nigerians have. She didn't use that word. I'm the one using that, but she wants to know, why do you guys always fix your mouth about Ghana?
No. I just want to let them know that we're not attacking her or attacking Ghana or just, having a problem with Ghana. But the point is that what we're trying to say is the move that Ghana made as far as the year of return, it created a backlash here in America, where ended up snowballing to this whole Black Americans attacking Africans. You know, it started with the whole year of return there. Oh, they scam us in Ghana, they tricked us to come and things like that. And then and just like Kidola said, the Black Americans, they like to generalize when it comes to Africa. It could be one group of Africa that did something to them. They will start going after every Africans. And when that whole thing began, the whole black attack on Africa, because the Ghanaians invited us over and tricked us, took our money, increased prices. When they were making accusation, most of the time, the people they were attacking the most were Nigerians. And we were like, okay, you have issue with Ghana doing your return for you. So why are you attacking the whole Africa and things like that? So the conversation today was...
What you are saying is a lie. What you were saying is a
no,
lie.
I'm saying in America.
The average Black American even didn't know anything what even a year of return was. Let us be real.
No, it was a big deal. Even the celebrities went there. They know.
A year of return was. So I don't know what you're talking about, that they felt they were attacking you.
No. What we are saying is
Black Americans have their own animosity towards Africans. It's got nothing to do with the year of return. So
no, but the year of return play a big part of it, though.
Telling stories that you have already manufactured before coming on the channel.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
If anything, Black Americans have their animosity towards Africans already. It's got nothing to do with the year of return. So don't come here and be throwing that into our eyes.
No, I'm not making accusation that they only...
Black American today doesn't know what a year of return is.
So they do. Their celebrities came, so anywhere their celebrities go, trust me, they will know about that place.
Let us as Africans sometimes, let us fight a common cause and let's stop dragging one another down.
No, I don't think
a common enemy.
You're right. I agree with you.
It makes me sick how Africans drag one another on the internet. We are fighting a common enemy. Let's stop disrespecting ourselves.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you that it's not good for us to be fighting ourselves and be dragging each other. I agree with you. But you have to understand that there's some question we're asking today, especially from me. It's not really an attacking question because
I don't know if you watched Go Black's interview with that Black American who organized the whole year of return. The Ghanaian government, Black Americans in Ghana started organizing this thing during Mohammed's time. That was about 8 years ago, before Kufuor came into power. And that man even didn't give in to them.
Is that the Sombre?
If you listen to that interview, it's right there on Go Black's channel. The man is there, the man who spearheaded the year of return. The average Ghanaian had no idea of what a year of return was. It was organized by the Black American Association of Ghana. And there's one particular man who did an interview with Go Black that said he organized the whole thing. And it started about 10 years prior to the year of return.
Okay, Muchi, I agree, but I don't know if you can agree with me with this, but I may be wrong. Like the whole year of return, right? The way they described it was that it was for the Black diasporans, meaning people that were taken away to slavery, right? Meaning the North Americans, meaning Black Americans, the Caribbeans, the Afro, Latin Americans, and things like that. But do you agree with me that the whole year of return appeared to look like the pandering was just towards the Black Americans, which kind of led to the Black Americans? But I may be wrong.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Ecos Sunday, I'm guessing a Nigerian, Ghanaian, said, no, it did not. See how Nigerians with their unusual jealousy and pettiness trying to shift blame. She said, let me educate you, Mike. Hatred towards Nigerians started when an elected one said he'd get rid of Black History Month. Okay, go ahead.
I have no idea what he's talking about. But anyway, so like I was saying, so do you kind of, like I said, I may be wrong, but the way many people saw it, and even the Black Americans saw it, was that the year return was more like the pandering towards just the Black Americans, and they kind of like, and they started saying, oh, it's just they were just because the Black Americans, they want to have the spending.
wasn't targeted towards Black America. What made you, view it that way, or what
No, I'm
made
not saying it's necessary war. I said, do you think
what?
it looked like that?
No,
It looked
no,
like that.
no. The thing is, the Black Americans are the majority of the Black the Black descendants
Diaspora.
taken from.
Yeah,
They were the majority.
Well, you mean
taken from where? Hold on.
Brazilians?
Wait. Taken from where?
I'm talking about the continent of like now. I'm talking about now who could have a direct contact with Africa. They are the majority.
Wait. You said they were the most majority taken from Africa. Is that what you said?
No. What I was trying to say is now the majority diasporans, Black diasporans who have a connection with Africa are the Black Americans.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Well, Black Brazilians, I would say, doesn't really connect well with Africa. I would say that.
No. Actually, Black Brazilians have a strong connection with Nigeria. They have the strongest connection with Nigeria. And in fact, they have a place in Nigeria, like in Lagos, for example, we have a place called the Brazilian Quarters, and they've had a direct connection with Nigeria for over 100 years now.
That they do come.
Yeah, they do come. Yeah, and they have their community in Nigeria.
Okay,
but
and
they have religion. They have religion connection. Listen, do you know in Brazil? Wait. Do you know in Brazil they're making official language in a part of Brazil called Bahia, the Yoruba language of Nigeria. They are making an official language there in Brazil.
I read that. I read about that.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm saying that is because of the connection between Ghana and Black Americans. How they because Black Americans have been coming to Ghana way before the year of return.
You see that man, that useless Nigerian guy that they're talking about, I think in Michigan, right? No Nigerian guy ever support that guy. We are very direct people. We don't save those who cannot save, or those that mess up. So we try to pretend to save them. We Nigerians are very direct. That man is useless. That man is a very useless man that start talking nonsense out of his mouth that is contested to be the governor of Michigan. No Nigerian man never support that man. You understand me? He just on his own. In Nigeria, we say you on your own. If you do something wrong, we say you on your own. Carry your cross yourself.
Right. Every man carry your cross.
Every man carry your cross. Exactly.
I've always said that here.
We Nigerians, and we don't have jealous to. We're not jealous people. That's why we can easily communicate, easily interact, easily even mingle into anybody's culture. You understand me? We are very open-minded. We are very curious people. Through our curiosity, or sometimes, I think through our let me put it, let's say curiosity. We're very curious people. People see it as part of our Nigeria arrogance or Nigeria social name. You understand? But it's not who we are. We are the most generous people in that West Africa or in that Africa. You understand me? We are the most generous people. But just some or other West Africans who will do something nasty and pretend to be Nigerians. A lot of them operate on that name.
I have to say, Ghanaians are very generous people too. Though I know because I know.
You have to understand. Even when
Mike, are you pandering?
No. After that, we have to agree that. I mean, Africans in general, we are very good people.
Even when Nigeria was having,
it's our leaders that are doing. Even this thing we're talking about today is really not the Ghanaian people. It's those leaders. They are the ones that we're really talking about. So somehow it may look like we are talking about Ghanaians. But no.
And what happened is the elite. We're talking about reparation. I say African people don't need reparation, because if we need reparation, we want to know who are the descendants of these people who participate in this heinous crime. Africa is too big and it's a thick jungle. These African leaders have huge army and they are proteges. You understand? That's why I said we want to know who are these so they will not collect double money. But the people that
double dipping.
The people that really need this money, let's be honest, is the Black Americans and the Caribbeans, especially the Black Americans. You can see the pain in them, even the way they talk and the way they see things. They see things in black and white. They don't see things in any form. We especially we Nigerians, we don't see things like that. We don't see. We are very colorful in our eyes. Everybody. That's why I said we deal with people individually. We don't see I hate you, you hate me. That's why I said we Nigeria self, they even see a white man when they even colonize us. Maybe the elite, the kings, and all those people. But that's so this one just came, just I said this, I said that. I said that we are just to be honest. This what happened during that slave period is a very bad business. When Africa started taking deep about it, even some of these our chiefs will start even flogging their ass for them who even participate on it. You understand? But we don't know who are they? Who are they? We don't know them. So that was it. The Black Americans, man, really need this reparation. Even if Africa have time, they should try to heal with them also. I'm not a Pan-Africanist. I don't believe in that. But there's a communication you can also have with them, trading. Try to bring them in honestly. Show them
yes,
love.
true. The idea of what we're having issue with these Ghanaian leaders right now, Tumuchi, is that the idea of bringing back this slavery and doing all this apology and doing all this we are guilty. I mean, none of us today were alive during the slave trade, or so what is this idea of saying we are guilty?
They said. Well, Nana said we need reparation.
Well. If you say that, I'll disagree with you. Tony Blair apologized to Africa when he came into power for the slavery.
But why didn't they pay back?
It wasn't during his time that slavery occurred, but he apologized to the world for the pain British put Africans and other countries, Indians and other people.
But you know that
he apologized on behalf of the British Empire, on behalf of the Queen, the British Empire.
Okay, wait.
On behalf of individual Englishmen.
Let me Mitch. Okay, what do you say to the chief here is apologizing for their on behalf of the chiefs and the people of Ghana for participating in slavery.
Look, like I said, if whatever thing that you have to do to alleviate the pain of somebody, if you can do it, do it. I don't see anything wrong with somebody apologizing, even if it wasn't during his time that thing occurred. I don't see anything wrong with that.
But do you see the problem in this? How can you apologize for slavery, for participating, right? And then turning around asking for reparation for that same thing? Because you apologizing, you're acknowledging your hand in it.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you turning around asking to be compensated for that pain.
It's not the chief that is asking for the reparation, is he?
No, it's not the chief, but the chief is apologizing on behalf of those who played. No, what I'm saying, those who played this role, right? The chief is not asking for the reparation, but a person that is asking for this reparation, is coming from a place where this chief is from, and the chief is apologizing.
Well, we all can't think the same. So if the chief is apologizing, one person asking for reparation,
No. This chief, this is not just ordinary person. Like literally, like we all know, like direct descendants. If not, why would he? Like if you go to like most other parts of Africa, who the chiefs were not, we know they're not part of. They're not gonna apologize for this. Like if you go to Zulu land, the Zulus are not gonna apologize for slavery.
Well, slavery didn't occur there, but who knows? Well, what
I'm just giving you example. Like if you go to like a Zulu king and ask them to apologize for this, they'll be like, "Man, are you out of your mind?" But the only reason why this chief had to apologize for it is because it's reality.
Tourist money. Yeah.
But you guys see the confusion, right? So that's why, Mitch, when you were saying they are disparaging one man who's pushing this, no, it's not about taking down African. You have to question everything surrounding it. Because if it doesn't make sense, we would have to question it, because one man is apologizing. Just like, okay, imagine, Tony Blair apologized on behalf of the British Empire.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's
okay, now let's say they have another prime minister who's coming, you know, replacing Boris Johnson or whoever, they're coming back saying, we want, let's say India, the British, what they did in India, they apologize and then they come back saying, oh, India, now that you're making it, you should give us reparation. Like India will be like, wait a minute, you like enslaved our people here, starved us. What do you mean?
That's what I just told you. I just told you that we all can't think the same. So and every king and their rule. So if one king comes and says one thing and the other comes and says another thing,
okay,
it's
hold on.
completely fine.
Okay, we have a FBA. We have a FBA person that donated. He said, as an FBA, tell the chief to sell his gold and put it in my bank account. So he wants the chief's money. So some
is not going to do that. This is what Afrodamo, the chief, wants to apologize and ask him to bring his money to Ghana. So he's apologizing to you for you to pay him. He's not apologizing to you to pay you. You get my point? So to the FBA brother, the chief, and that's what we are talking about today. Those chiefs looks like, that's why Kido last day is not genuine what they are doing. They're not being sincere. It looks like they are fake because you are telling these people that, oh, you're sorry and this and that, but then you are telling them to come and spend money. Come and spend money on your economy. So if you want to do business, say you want to do business, but don't try to make it look like it's about apology about slavery, So if it's apology about slavery, then sell your gold and send it to that FBA brother's bank account. And then you take your apology real sincere, So that's what we are saying
something?
here.
Can I say something? Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
So, like I was saying earlier, I had to drop off. I wanted to start with Mitchell. Babe, is that your name?
Mitch Bay.
Yeah. Mitch Bay. I didn't like the way how you came on the show yelling and saying that Nigerians are jealous of Ghana. No.
I never use jealous. Please don't misconstrue me. I never used the word jealous.
I used that word.
Okay. So one thing I would say about this situation with the whole reparation is this. When Ghana did the year of return, who benefited from the year of return? We all know who did, right? It was Ghana, right? Okay. So now Ghana is now saying that they want to do reparation for Africa. That's interesting.
And the diaspora.
And the diaspora. That's interesting because when Ghana did the year of return, they said year of return. They didn't say that it was year of return for Ghana. Was it? Or am I missing something here? Because when the Black Americans said that Africa invited us, they said Ghana invited them and that they also want other African country to invite them the way Ghana did. So at the end of the day, the year of return was really just for Ghana. It wasn't for the West Coast of Africa. The same thing is happening now with reparation.
Well, wait. I'll let you get. So the same thing is happening for reparation. Okay, I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead. I'll let you.
The same thing is happening again with Nana Akufo with this whole reparation talk. It is not for Africa. It is for Ghana, and we all know why he's asking for reparation now.
Why do you think?
Okay, so wasn't it too long ago that we heard that Ghana is going, returning back to IMF, right? When the year of return happened around, I want to say 2017 or 2018, Ghana was with IMF. And then when they made 3.3 billion from the year of return, they kicked out IMF and said they don't no longer need IMF anymore. So now there's a Ghanaian, maybe if you have YouTube, you can look him up. He literally said it, that when they did the year of return, none of the Ghanaian citizens in Ghana received anything from that. It went into.
But what about the businesses? I mean, they benefited. There were Ghanaian businesses.
No, there was no business benefited from that at all. I'm telling you. Let me send you the video. Okay. There's a Ghanaian man that made a video about this. I mean, all the Ghanaians in the country literally was calling him out, but he was telling the truth. He said, where did the money go that they made from year of return? Because
what you're saying even doesn't make sense. that the money. I mean, the hotels didn't belong to the government. The things that were sold didn't belong to the government. So what are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is Ghana doesn't want to go to IMF, so they need reparation money. That is what is going on here.
So what you're saying doesn't make sense then, because
Yes, it does
you're
make
saying you're
sense.
contradicting yourself.
No,
You were saying
what,
that
ma'am?
the
Let me
money
speak,
goes.
please.
The money.
Can I speak? You, when you were talking, I did not interrupt you, so please don't interrupt me. Like I said, Ghana is doing the year of return and is doing the same thing, reparation for their country. They're not doing it for West Coast of Africa. When Ghana did the year of return, they did not involve other West Coast of Africa at all. They didn't even talk it over with nobody else in West Coast of Africa. So now why are they doing reparation?
That settles it. If Ghana is asking for reparation for Ghana, then why are the Nigerians on the panel saying they are asking for Africa?
That's what the president said.
That's what the president
but the lady
said.
is saying otherwise.
No, what she's saying is Ghana is pulling a wool over these people's eyes, saying, like Nana is saying, is for Africa. But what she's trying to put to you is that Ghana is not doing it for Africa; they're doing it for their own benefit alone.
Thank you.
And
that is exactly what I'm saying.
Your evidence about that? It's about your evidence.
She's saying it's from. She's saying from the year of return and looking at Ghana returning to IMF. It might be coincident, but that's what she's saying.
Now that 1 billion or whatever money that came into the country, that's what I was throwing the question to her. That she said I made my comment, and she's allowed to also. That was the question I was throwing at her. That those money, when they said a country made such a money from this, it doesn't mean the government per se. Hotels, restaurants, cabs, and other things that were all booked. That is a per calculation that they are talking about, and this went to individuals. Because if you're trying to tell me, because what she's saying basically is that all that money went in. That's what I was asking her.
But I would think like I get what you're saying, but I think people benefited. Like, I mean, that was huge money. Like,
not the government per se.
Yeah, some people had to have benefited.
Per se. So what she's saying doesn't even make sense. That's what I was trying to tell her.
After that, you see, the reparation came because African name was being mentioned on it, right?
Right.
That's why this we start putting it towards African or people started coming in. And I said, that's what we start saying, Africa does not deserve any reparation at all.
Right, you said that.
Our land mass is still the same. Mm-hmm. Our gold or our oil are still there.
Yeah, Chief has plenty of gold on him.
Too much. Well, only that some of our cousins and our uncles they took, those our cousins and uncles they took, they are descendants who are now in America or United States or Jamaica, Barbados. Those are the ones that deserve this reparation, this money, or whatever they want to settle them with. Because you can still see the effect. You understand me? You can still see the effect on these people. You understand? That's how come about.
But what about? But Mike, what about all the, how the resources they extracted from Africa? Like the roads are still dusty. We're feeling the effect too.
That's our leaders.
Afro-Damos. Whose fault is that? See, the idea of.
Are you saying it's not the white man?
No, it's the Africans, man. Come on.
Okay.
Whose fault is that? The way the world works. People go out to get whatever they want, however they can get it. Now, if they come in there and they successfully get what they want from you, they don't hold you anything, man. They don't hold you anything. Look at what's going on around the world today. Look at the whole Ukraine, China, everything. At the end of the day, nations are looking for their best interest. If they come into your territory.
So are you saying this? So pretty much what the Nigerians on here are saying, the sister is saying is, Ghana is pulling a fast one. They're trying to grab this reparation back to Accra. They're not about to distribute this.
To me, I just think the idea of someone coming on to ask for reparation for Africa is an embarrassing thing. It's very embarrassing.
Exactly. I agree.
Yes.
And that's what we are saying here. So why is
Yeah,
it? And that's what leads to this whole discussion. Because why is it Ghana they always do that? I mean, why is
now,
it Ghana
Mick, you
again?
understand, right?
Why is it
Because
coming from Ghana? I won't say the Ghanaian people. Of course, Ghanaian people are not guilty of it. But why is it some chief or president or leader in Ghana that's always doing this, man? Like, just saying this kind of embarrassing thing about, oh, we want African this reparation. Oh, we apologize for the people today. We apologize for something we did. When obviously we didn't do it. Those that did it are dead. That was hundreds of years ago. So that's what we are saying. Why do we have these characters coming out of Ghana all the time, embarrassing the rest of us? Africans don't need reparation from anybody. Africa just need to get their life together.
Our leaders are very corrupt. They're supposed to fix the road. They're busy buying mansions in Europe and America. That's why our roads are becoming dusty.
And everything Europeans are doing, they're successfully done in Africa. They were Africans that colluded with them. They didn't do it on their own.
That's what I
They were
said.
people,
The jungle is
especially
very big.
those leaders,
Yesterday I was listening to some talks in this WhatsApp group. It's our Gambian WhatsApp group. Requirements: you have to know how to speak Mandinka to be a part of the group. That's the language we speak there. But someone said something about how he said these Africans always talking about reparation, about slavery. He said the white people came, as traders, and they stayed just a little bit and took stuff with them. He said, now you guys, you said they stole big, strong Africans. He said, now we're in the white man's land. What are we doing? Let's do the same and start stealing the white people and bring them and make them work in Africa. So Africans, we need to, step it up, because this is what the Africans on the grounds are calling for. They said, if you want your reparation, that's what you would have to do. All right, let's have KBM. Go ahead, KBM.
Yeah,
And
look,
we have St. James also.
I guess I'm going to be a little bit like Josie Gold. Look,
Okay.
let me explain it to you this way. I'm looking from the outside in. The website explains it perfectly, but the point to say that Ghanaians did not benefit from it, the everyday business person that came into contact with tourists benefited. The cab driver benefited. The food vendors benefited. The hotels benefited. If they're privately owned, they benefited. And the government also benefited, because where are you going to get the visa from? All the visas that were sold for everybody that came in, the government benefited from. And I can't think of anything else, but I'm sure there's some what do you call it? The taxes, whatever taxes are in between all that, the government benefited. So did the people of Ghana benefit from the government monies that they got from that? Most likely not. But to say that nobody benefited from it, it's not true. I think what it was a simple and very strategic plan to get African Americans, that one demographic, mainly, not just them, but mainly to come over and spend money for the year of return and make it into a celebration, right? It's really no different. If you look at Disney World in Florida, right? If they're going to advertise overseas on who they want to come to Florida so they can gain extra money, do you think they're going to be more interested in spending their advertising dollars in France or Malawi? Who has more money? Who's more likely to travel? It's going to be France.
Right.
Right? So it's just simple economics. Now, as far as asking for the reparations, and Ghana has this reputation, and like some of the gentlemen said, they're making the rest of Africa look bad by doing stuff like this. I think it's the wording that they're using that's making all of Africa look bad based on what they're doing to get that money.
Thank you. We have St. James. St. James, go ahead.
Yes, thank you for bringing me on, man.
Is that Leroy or St. James?
Today is going to be St. James because
St.
the topic is so important. But KBN took the word out of my mouth already, because African is looking sorry right now. Africa is looking I'm very scared about everything that's coming out of Ghana. And I was one of the first to speak about it on African Millennials channel. I said, you guys are doing the family reunion. The way it looks to me, it looks like a family reunion. And then it's going to come down to now.
Oh, sorry. Your phone's, you're messing up there.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear? Your mic is having issues there. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, St. James, we can't hear you right now.
We can hear you, St. James. Maybe go back in and come back. Hold on. We are built on waters. Go ahead, built on waters. Built on waters. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
Where you calling from?
Ireland, bro. Ireland.
Ireland. Dublin.
Yeah.
So, do you think? What do you think about the reparation? Does Africa deserve reparations or not?
Nah, they don't deserve it. In all honesty, this is something that I've come through my mind before, and I
Mhm.
thought about it, and I thought like, look, it's outrageous that Nana has done this. Nana Akufo-Addo, his name again, whatever his name is again.
Right, the president of Ghana.
It's so disgraceful. Like, it's embarrassing. It just makes me want to cry sometimes.
Are
You know
you
what I mean?
Ghanaian? Are you Ghanaian or
Nigerian.
Nigerian? You're
Nigerian.
Nigerian.
Yeah.
Are you jealous of Ghana, or are you speaking from a jealousy point, or you just embarrassed?
Bro, there ain't nothing in Ghana. There ain't nothing in Ghana. This is
Okay.
Let us be honest with ourselves. There's nothing to be jealous of over there. Even if there was, I wouldn't be. There are more people to be jealous of in the world than there is Ghana. But what I'm gonna say is this, right? To the point that a lady made on the panel, she said something about the Ghana government not necessarily benefiting from all of the money that was made out of that tourist scheme, which is that's what it was. However, she's forgetting that the sole purpose of a government anyway is to make money and circulate it around the economy. So whether the cab drivers make money out of it, whether it was hotels and flipping tour shows that were done, like sightseeing and stuff like that, that is the government making money out of that. That their job is to they're meant to provide that infrastructure that people can make money out of in many facets of society. So yes, the Ghanaian government made all that money out of it. All of them, they made all that money.
All of
But
it. So what about the reparation that this Ghanaian president is saying is for Africa? You being a Nigerian, do you smell, something fishy here? Do you think the reparation is
first and
speaking
foremost,
for Nigeria also when it comes to the
now
reparation?
first and foremost, we're going to do this right. If that reparation is going to go to various African countries, which Nigeria is going to be one of them, if they're going to split the money within all the citizens, and we're going to make at least $5,000 out of it, then fuck it, pay us the reparations in it. You know what I mean? I can do below 5K. With that said, with that said, that was a joke. But flipping, it's so disgraceful. We don't deserve it. African nations don't deserve it. You've got your nations, you've got your sovereign nations, you've got your political influence within your nation, and the ability to influence your economics. You are not an oppressed people. Like you cannot develop, you cannot socio-politically and socio-economically enfranchise you and your people by thinking you are old reparation. Which means that you are second fiddle to someone else.
So are you
Which means that
saying
you're oppressed? You can never develop your nation like that. I don't know why he's going to do this. This guy is just so hippish, like this Ghanaian president. I don't get him at all. With his funny accent and all. Like I just don't get the guy.
So you said he's embarrassing? Go ahead.
Oh, these Nigerians sometimes.
Go ahead,
No,
Mitch.
it's embarrassing at the least.
Mitch, go ahead. Mitch, you see, the people are saying Ghana is embarrassing Africa through Nana Addo. You know, remember Obinka said it, but now Mike, another Nigerian is saying it here.
Well, what I'm saying, you're entitled to your opinion. But what I initially said, I'm not a supporter of Nana, and each king and their rules. One can ask what Nana is doing might not be might not be a legacy for another president. So if another president comes and doesn't continue what Nana is doing, that's fine because each king and their rules. But what I don't did you even hear the last comment he made and his funny accent? How does somebody have a funny accent?
Hold on, let me read this real quick. Hold on, let me read this real quick.
The guy acts funny. It's
Guys,
as simple
wait.
as that. He acts funny.
Hold on. Okay, Ni Lamti said Addo is a disgrace. Countries like India and Singapore, who both got colonized, are doing great without reparations. Fix yourselves. I agree. I think he's sounds like Ghanaian. He doesn't like what Ado is doing either. MS Delta said African governments need to focus on erasing on ease of doing business and capitalism and economic development. I agree. Okay, go ahead.
Did you guys notice that ever since the year of return, do you notice how the increase of Africans have gotten killed from the year of return till now? Have you guys noticed that?
Like where?
Like, wasn't it some Africans trying to escape from Morocco to Spain? Did you see how much?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on,
Do
I
you
gotta
see
read
the
this.
body?
I gotta read this $50 super chat. MS Delta, thank you for the $50 super chat. He said, as a FBA, most Black Americans had no problems traveling to Ghana doing tourism for the year of return. The problem was Ghana pushing emotional unity propaganda and not using money from year of return to build infrastructure and help Ghanaians. You hear that? But go ahead. You were talking about Africans being killed, and then if you can answer what MS Delta just wrote. MS Delta, thank you for the $50 super chat. You are definitely a sponsor of this show. Go ahead.
I definitely agree with what he said. He literally said it, that they need to use that money to rebuild infrastructure and help Ghanaians.
Yes, he
And
said that's what's up. That's what like most of the Black people. That's the issue they have with the whole thing.
and one thing about this whole reparation for Africa, is he also talking about North Africa? Is he talking about
Well,
East?
he said Africa. They are all Africa. It's
So
now,
is he
you
talking
see,
about South
Mitch.
Africa or
You
the
see,
Southern Africa? Like,
you see,
this
Mitch.
is the
I'm telling
problem.
you. Now I'm telling you. See, once you kick back, and just get along with the Nigerians, you would see exactly what they are seeing. They are not attacking the Ghanaian people. They're talking about what Nana
The
is
Ghana head of
talking
state.
about, the Ghana head of state and whoever is behind all this. As you can see, there's several other Ghanaians who are saying this is embarrassing. Like Nilamti is saying it here.
What I
Here, he
think
wrote something to you.
I'm not
Wait,
another supporter.
I think he
And
wrote this to you. Wait, Nilamti said, Nilamti, thank you again for the super chat. He said, my sister, stop being defensive. They are telling the truth. It's not hating, it's honesty. Ado is embarrassing.
He's using word
Did you hear that?
gymnastics.
Yeah. And I wish St. James can call back. And St. James, if you're watching,
How
call
did
back.
how did this conversation actually go from the title
Well,
to Nigeria versus Ghana though? Like what how did it get here?
well, because it's always because it's about Ghana, right? The president is the one asking for reparation, so it makes sense for it to be centered around Ghana.
Yeah,
And
but it should not be a Nigeria versus Ghana thing. Maybe I missed
but
something
it's
between
not.
the
But
show.
it's not a Nigeria versus Ghana thing here. It just
Yeah,
so
but
happened
yeah,
that
but the point I'm trying to make is that people need to stop being so
But
feeble about, more especially Ghanaians. They need to stop being feeble about like their political affairs when they're being discussed. Like you don't expect Nigerians to not discuss about Ghana or make statements about Ghana when we're talking
okay,
about
I see
African
what you're
politics.
saying. I see
No,
You know
what
what
you're
I mean?
saying.
It's like
what happened
you
was,
can't
I
say
mean,
that someone is hating on your country just because they're making a statement.
Right,
Just
right.
because people are here saying that we cannot socio-politically and economically enfranchise our countries by playing second fiddle to other countries in the West, which means
oh
that it
please,
perpetuates
what
victimhood mentality to
what
our people.
what
It doesn't mean
what
that
have
someone hates your country. It's
oh
simple as
please.
that. You
I
have your
don't
own
know
country, you have your own
when you came.
sovereignty,
I
but
don't
you all
know
want to be.
when you
Some
started
people just want to
listening
be
to the
oppressed so bad.
conversation. I don't know when you
I don't get
started
you.
listening. You have a lot of problem to concentrate on. What I don't know when you started listening to the conversation. I was saying
Well, no
that
one has got
if Nana
problems
had
other
said,
than you coming onto this panel just chatting wax.
sorry,
What are you going on about?
what I'm going about is what I'm saying. So you better listen to what I'm saying. If you have nothing to say, you can just move on.
Well, you fix
What
your
I'm
mouth
trying to
before I
say,
start
what
roasting
I'm
you.
trying
Trust
to
me, you
say
don't
is
want to
Hold
do
on,
the
if
hold
word
on.
game
Nana
with me.
had
Guys,
said no
let's not
reparation
fight.
was
Let's
for Ghana,
guys, no
you
fighting.
know, I would
Yeah,
have been okay
please.
with that.
Yeah, yeah,
He
please.
Yeah, you
he
guys need to
said,
stop being
because what I
emotional about
said is
everything.
I'm not a supporter of Nana. If he
She
had
did
said
say she doesn't
reparation was
support
for
Nana.
Ghana, that would have been okay.
Yeah.
But since he said it's for Africa, I don't know why he made that statement. But each king and their rule is not what I said, Afridamos.
Right.
Yes,
And Mike, to be honest,
so you Nigerians have your problems to concentrate on, your
No,
political
actually,
problems to
I'm
You,
sorry.
you
concentrate
keep
on.
bringing the Nigerian thing up. Love, no
Yeah,
one got a problem to concentrate on anything.
yeah. Which you have to
You
accept that,
think
because wait. You have to accept that, because when people were coming asking questions and talking to the topic, but when you came on, you started saying you don't know why
no,
Nigerians. You
what I'm
started
saying is you
saying
can
it
make
as
your
if it
point
was only
without even
Nigerians that
mentioning
came here to
Ghanaians.
give
That's what I was trying
opinions.
to say.
But
That is
you
what I
single
was
out
trying to say.
Nigerians
I
though.
was saying
Like
that
there was the Zimbabwean brother that came and said that was the embarrassment. He said the same thing we are saying. Even Afrodam was like, you were all saying the same thing, but it's not only Nigerian on the show. But when you came on,
I said.
you made, but you said you made it. You said the Nigerians. You made it look like he's a Nigerian, just like it's a Nigerian
No,
thing or
I
something.
made that statement. I came on the show because of what the other guy with his name K. I forgot
Obinto
K.
and yeah, Big Dog. Yeah,
Even
Big Dog.
Obito and K were saying the
He's the
same
reason why
thing,
I came
but
on the
Yeah,
show. He's
yeah,
making
Big
all
Dog
these
is from
Obito
Nigeria
is not
too.
Nigerian. Afrodamos is not Nigerian, and K was the only Nigerian. But all three of them were saying the same thing. But when you came on, you started saying why Nigerians are always.
No. What
I'm
I
like, whoa,
said,
what the?
I
Hold
came on the
on,
show
guys.
because of the utterances of that first guy, the other guy,
One
the
at a time.
Nigerian guy.
Okay,
He made
guys,
it
hold
seem
on,
as if it
1
was a
second.
Ghanaian thing. It wasn't even about Nana.
Okay, hold on. Let's have St. James. Is your mic working now?
Yes, we just had a big rant over here, so my internet is kind of messed up. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Go
Okay.
for it. So you were saying that the family reunion before you got dropped off. Go ahead.
Is my sister from
And
Ghana?
yes, and your neighbors right next door with
We are
Ghana. So
neighbors. We are neighbors to Ghana. Ever since the year of return started, I was one of the first guys to go on African Millennials Channel and said, "Don't conflict." Like, okay, this is a family reunion that you guys are having. This doesn't have anything to do with Africa. The year of return and everything else that come with that. It's a Ghana thing. But I knew from the jump. This is going to move from the year of return to reparation. Ghana want to be seen as the stronghold of Pan-Africanism, regardless of what they're doing, because everything else has to be centered to Ghana. So that's why you have Nana Akufo-Addo with all the weakness that come from that country when it comes to reparation, to be on the forefront and talking about it. Most of the African countries did not speak on it, did not give the consent to that. I don't know who he consulted for him to even come out to speak on it.
St. James, but you guys are next door neighbors. Are you
We
saying
don't even know what's going on. We don't
you
even
guys didn't
know
discuss
No,
the
they don't
reparation?
even know what is going on. They don't even know what is going on.
We
I'm
didn't even know
part of
about a
the
year of return
few.
until they have one.
They don't even know. They don't even know. Trust me, I went back home on the continent like 3 times after the year of return. I brought up the conversation. No one seems to know what's going on. No one seems to even care. So that's why when you see Nana Akufo-Addo, he is in Ghana talking about reparation, and he doesn't even consult with his neighbors. So I went from being worried to being embarrassed, because what I'm seeing right now, it's an embarrassment to all of the Africans. We should be really ashamed.
But St. James, they warned us. They said we all should speak in one voice. We all should support this
No. We can't
reparation.
speak. Once your chief come out and say we apologize, we're sorry, we were part of it, you separated yourself. I'm sorry. You separated yourself from the others that didn't speak on it yet. So you cannot be the one bringing the topic of reparation on behalf of everybody. So no, you can't do that. So to all my Ghanaian, it's not personal here. It's not really personal. But like we said, in Africa, all of us have a problem with our elites. So you should check your elites. If you are Ghanaian and a proud Ghanaian, you should check your elites. This is not how we should go about reparations. Other people like the diaspora is looking at us sideways right now, thinking that, okay, this is about the bag. For my country, it's never been about the bag. Black American coming home, they should do that on their own. We ain't calling nobody. Africans shouldn't be calling nobody. You see what I'm saying? If that's your motherland, you should know what to do. So you going on YouTube, you watching people coming from the diaspora talking about it's about the bag. Nobody should be talking about the bag. Or no one should be made feel that way. But what Ghana is doing, they come to Ghana and they express their views. And it all comes down to Africans only want our money. That shouldn't be that. So you have to do a better job. You have to, the communication aspect of it should be better handled. That's my problem I have with Ghana. Today you talk about Ghana, tomorrow you talk about Africa. Which is it? Make it clear.
See, I do
If you want to talk about African,
be,
you should be thoroughly how we call it. If you want to talk on behalf of Africa, the African Union should be telling us Akufo-Addo can speak on Ghana about a reparation because we let him do that. So Akufo-Addo is part of the African Union. So you should be.
But don't you guys think Ghana is just Ghana has a reputation for winning all the time in West Africa?
Winning what?
They were the first to have independence. You know, you guys
Were they the first to fight for it? Were they the first to fight for it? Were they the first to fight for it? Every other country were fighting for it. So if they got it first, well, that's
and
fine.
they were the first to have the year of return, and they would be the first. And you know, the Ashantis already got their reparation from the Queen.
Bro,
you guys,
this is robbing the African country, the neighbor. Listen, you can't sit in Ghana. You can't sit in Ghana and talk about reparation for Africans
and the diaspora.
That's wrong. You can't do that for the diaspora. That's wrong. So every Ghanaian should understand.
I don't want to
wear
the shoes of Nkrumah, but unfortunately, at least Nkrumah used to consult his neighbors. He used to talk to everybody. But Addo is not consulting his neighbors. He's just speaking Pan-Africanism on behalf of Africa, without consulting any African. As if we all agree. So that's the difference. He's not doing. He's trying to fit the shoe of Nkrumah, but he's not really quite fitting the shoe.
He's repping foundational Ghanaians.
Imagine the diaspora coming to Ghana, right? The diaspora coming to Ghana, and they decide to take a trip to my country, and they get treated poorly.
It's already happening now. After the year return, they started flooding Gambia, and Gambia's in trouble now. You got the
somebody get killed or something happened. Is he going to be responsible for it? Your neighbor have a different set of issues that you don't even address. We share border together. Nana Akufo, I never saw him talk about terrorism in Burkina. I never saw him talk about terrorism in Niger. I never saw him talk about terrorism in Togo. Bro, we ain't stupid here. All you're talking about influx of people coming on the continent. What about the security first? I never saw him spoke on that. I'm asking my Ghanaian, are you guys serious or this is a joke? It's one or the other. It can't be both.
You know what Nana reminds me of? It reminds me of them. You know how like artists, they try to like cater to certain demography of people when it's time to release an album or something like that. That's just what man's trying to do.
I think
he's trying to grab some money out of this. So just catering, really.
Part two of this show is going to be, I knew Nigerians were gonna come with their jealousy and ruin this reparation thing. I knew it. Just because Ghana is ahead, they're gonna come and ruin our reparation movement.
Nigerians don't believe in handouts, man. We're not interested in collecting.
You see, this is what they always say. They say we are business people. They say we are business people. We don't take handout. Oh my!
I don't think Ghanaians like it either.
Writing me check.
I don't think the Ghanaians like it either. I think it's just the head of state doing this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll just have to hear what the Ghanaians themselves will say about this, because at first Mitch was supporting, the movement until she realized.
Listen, Afridamos, my stand was neutral. What I was trying to say is, if Nana had said the reparation is for Ghana, that would have been a different thing.
Oh no, he's representing Africa.
And he didn't consult other heads of state. That is the comment I made. And it's right on your channel. I don't know if you got me. I wasn't on the stand as to whether Nana made.
No, I know. At first, you just came here to make sure these Nigerians are not over here, doing their usual jealousy thing again. Thank you for that.
Okay, we are supposed to be like even the year return, right? Like I said, when I first came to this YouTube thing, I was happy with the real return because I thought it was bridging the gap, right? But when these people return to the United States, they have a different set of stories to tell, right?
This is true.
So they have different set of stories to tell because remember at first we were like, okay, the diaspora returning to Africa to claim whatever that's theirs. That's fine. That's fine with Africans. We always open our doors to everybody. This is not a new thing to us. So when they return back to the United States, a lot of YouTube channels got created, and you see the anger, you see the frustration coming from these people. And I'm like, okay, you know what? We Africans, we need to speak, right? We have to speak and be honest. So once
what I'm gonna
the
say before
country
I
I'm
hop off
from, the
is this.
country I live in right now, I'm telling my Africans friends, anybody that's listening, the very people that you should be honest about with are African American. They're not going to sugarcoat things. As an African, if you feel like you should sugarcoat things with them, you're going to be on the losing end. And I chose not to do. I'm going to be upfront. I'm going to be upfront with Black Americans.
Right.
That's the
Yeah,
best way we should solve things. We should solve our issues.
So do you think this reparation thing, even just simply President Nana speaking on it, do you think this would make the FBAs mad at Africans trying to finesse? They're gonna say, oh yeah, we knew it all along. They were trying to take our check. Remember they said this. You know, remember the crazy woman who said
that would be the next thing they'll start saying, man. That would be the next
but
thing.
remember on my show here, there was this woman that said it who was, people thought she was crazy. She said, the next thing you're gonna hear, she said they went from year of return. She said, Ghana is going to be asking for reparation. And we all thought she was crazy.
Yeah, for righteous folks.
Yeah, she did say that.
You could have seen that wave coming all the way, and you know what's going to happen next. It's going to be FBA versus ADOS on the internet and social media, dang on platforms, making their videos about, oh, Africans about to hijack reparations movement. And then we're going to go into this YouTube bandulu again. You know what I mean? Of just
You guys
Africans
saw
and
the situation.
But what I'm going to say, the overall point I was quoting to make before I hop off real quick is this, right? Look, playing second fiddle and that victim mentality that people perpetuate in the West is in no way, shape, or form instrumental to the advancement of the people on the continent. Look, this is how this is going to go. So Nana Akufo-Addo has kicked off the conversations for Africans getting their reparations, right?
Right.
We all know, like in the West, these conversations are going to last for another 200 years before Africans get their reparations. Now, what will happen is that Africans will get stuck in that victim mentality. And for the next 200 years, they will sit down doing nothing but crying around and flipping, protesting. I wanted to do Black Lives Matter on the continent just because they feel like that will be an outlet to any sort of economic advancement.
You said they'll be protesting. They'll be protesting on the continent for.
Of course, that's what happens. That's what these things create. That's why it creates. It's not instrumental to the
many Africans
political and economic advancement of people.
Many Africans like to emulate Black Americans, even whatever it is.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't see yourself as an oppressed person and then want to compete on the global scale.
On a global scale, exactly.
As nations.
Because
That's
what he's just emulating Black Americans. That's what
it's disgraceful, bro. Like, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, I think he's just probably just reading statement. You know, I don't know. Yeah.
My biggest concern now is, didn't Gaddafi try to do something like this in the past before something happened to him? We all know what happened to Gaddafi, right? When he tried to use this whole Pan-Africanism situation with the whole West Africa and Africa thing. And
yeah, but that was different.
That was an African currency he was trying to push.
So now I say the same thing with Nana Akufo using reparation for Africa. All I'm saying is I'm now concerned for African people's safety. Because one thing white people don't like to hear is that word reparation. They don't like to hear that.
Don't make me laugh.
No, it's true. White people
KBM is why.
When they hear the word reparation, their whole life just destroyed back like that. You know? So I'm just like, right now, Africa needs to just worry about Africa and let Black Americans, ADOS and FBA to only worry about, the reparation situation. Africa needs to fix itself. We need to stop taking handouts. Even Putin said it himself that we're always asking for handouts. What is our problem?
So are you saying that everything the white people have done to us, we have to abandon this reparation?
But what did the white people do to us that the chiefs didn't allow in the first place? White people cannot come to your country.
Let us forget about the chiefs now.
Afridambas.
Yeah.
Me from Burkina Faso, right? If you look at back in the 80s, right? Sankara was trying to do something that wasn't even close to what Akufo-Addo was talking about. I believe for us on the francophone zone, reparation doesn't come to us as something that can be done, and we don't even talk about it. We don't want to romanticize it. For us, is to be able to get out of the French control. That's what we want, like creating our own currency and move on with our lives. Reparation is the conversation of the past. We don't want to shift blame. We don't want to, assign blame to anybody. We're gonna take that L as a country, as a collective, and move on. That's what we want. So you see a neighboring country to Ghana saying this thing. Reparation is gonna be very complex, but we're willing to leave that part out and move on. All we
Okay,
want is to get out of the French, whatever they have with our elites on the continent, on the francophone side, and go from there. So we're not going to come and beg for reparation. That's not going to happen. If you go back to read Sankara's book, reparation is going to be tough, because of the involvement of some of our own folks. So how are you going to separate the two? Nana Akufo-Addo should be able to clarify that for everybody. But I know he's not going to do that because he's a panderer. And everybody knows he's a panderer. You see what I'm saying? Like my sister said, you already have the Black American trying to do their own thing here in America. You have CARICOM doing their own thing over there. So why are you coming and talking about the Africa and the diaspora? So you kind of like, you are all over the place, my brother. You're all over the place.
You see,
You know what? I'm
many
glad,
Africans.
guys.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. I'm glad we're talking about this. I would ask the question. See, now everybody's saying Nana is being embarrassment. So if Nana end up getting this check going, now we recognize the countries that criticized him on the Afridamos report. I just wanted to say that. Go ahead, Mike.
You see, many Africans will call Nana Addo, a great leader, because he can speak the Queen's English, very eloquent.
Right.
Even though whatever he says doesn't make any sense, That's the problem in Africa. Whenever somebody can blow grammar, we begin to say, "Oh, he's smart. He knows what he's saying."
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that guy speaks, I'm like, "What is this guy talking about, man?" There was a time he said he wants to build a cathedral. Yeah, I say, man, this guy sounds stupid, man. Like the guy's retarded, man. He's not a very intelligent person, He just speaks that grammar. That's it, He speaks grammar heavily, but he doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
So before we come into 3 hours, I'll ask this last question. So now we've all talked about Nana and his embarrassment. You guys are going to answer this honestly. If they say,
okay, go ahead.
Hypothetically, they say, okay, Nana, you've made a good case. Now we want to discuss this reparation for Africa. So should we, cut out Nigeria, Burkina, and all the places that think he's embarrassing? I'll give you guys, 60 seconds each before we close. Go ahead, Mike. Kidola, are you still here? Because he was the first one. Actually, let's have Mike. Mike, go ahead.
See, the asking somebody to give you reparation cash, that doesn't make sense, man. You're asking Europeans to give you cash. You're asking them to give you money.
He said it's not about money.
Reparation. What kind of reparation is he asking? Is it no cash? Is it no paycheck?
It's not. It's just to keep. It's to heal Africa. It's not cash.
The healing Africa needs is to find a way to free themselves from the hands of the Europe and the rest of the world. That's the freedom Africa needs right now. Free yourself from the hands. Get the hands of get these people's hands away from you. Not you reaching out for their hand again for something. You don't go to these people for something. What you need right now is full independence of yourself, because everything you need in this life is on your continent. You have it, you possess it. What's this victim mentality?
So you are not answering. If he can secure this back, so Nigeria.
What is the back?
Well, let's just say if he can secure it, Nigeria don't want any part of it, right?
We don't want any part of check from anywhere. We don't need it. What we need is hands away from our source.
Well, he said it's not about money.
What is it about? What is reparation?
Well, I mean, it's just about writing some numbers. That's about it. But it's not about money.
All the IMF aids has been receiving all these years. What has he done with it? The aids from the IMF, the aids from European
Okay,
Union.
so you don't want any reparation. Thank you.
I don't need it. It's a disgraceful thing to be doing. Even the Black American, I'm like, you guys, are you crazy? You need to start figuring out you can be independent. You're going to somebody to give you something. Victim
Now,
mentality.
Mike, I respect that you're consistent. You with the blacks, you said, victimhood mentality. The Africans, the same thing. So you're pretty
We're
consistent.
emulating them. That's not our culture. It's not our culture to be having victim. I'll speak for Nigeria. It's not Nigerian man's culture. We were raised. You don't go ask another man to give you something. If you're desperate for it, be like Hush Puppy and go get it like that. Don't be begging somebody to give you something. Use your brain to get whatever you want. Don't be leaning down asking for someone to give you something. Because if he's going to give you something, he's going to take something back in return.
There's no free lunch in life.
There's
You're
no free
absolutely
lunch.
correct.
As they're writing in that check, they will make a deal with you. Okay, how much you want? 1 trillion? Okay. But you're gonna have to let me come here and sit on that gold mine and watch 20 trillion. So if they give you $1 trillion check, trust me, there's 20 trillion they're taking back from you. So
All right,
you gotta use your brain, man. That man is embarrassing, man. Come on.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. We heard you. St. James, go ahead. St. James, same question.
Okay, the same question as it come to where I'm from, my country. I can speak on that. So the bag is not. We don't need the bag. We don't. If the bag only consists of money, we don't need the money. But what I will take away, what I would like to get, I would want us to get out of all these colonial agreements that we had in place right now. If there is any that exists, let's get out of it. Let's cancel our debt, the fake debt that we had. Let's talk about it. Let's get out of it. Let's have if there is any, like everything I say, if there is any. So I'm not sure. I'm just don't want to come sit here and make a statement that are not factual. Take control of our currency 100%, and and
so your point is, let's focus on being taking charge of our own
destiny
instead of pushing this reparation idea.
No, we don't need that. No, we don't need the bag to come from Europe or anywhere else. We don't need that bag. We, like Mike said, we had what it takes to build a nation. So we don't need the bag to come from that. You see, when I forgot the terms, like blood money, right?
Right.
So blood money you can't build with blood money.
Right.
So that's why that's what I'm trying to say. And my last thing is this. I believe
oh man, your audio is messing up again. Oh,
so next time.
Sorry, something happened. St. James, you have to. Your audio is messing up. Sorry, St. James. I think his internet got messed up there. We have MS Delta said, whatever happened to Wakanda City of Return in Ghana? I think they are building it still. St. James, is your mic working now? Can you hear me? Okay. Now we have NG20.
So with the reparation thing, I agree with what everyone said. We as African people, we can build our own nation. We need to get out of the debt with the Chinese, with anybody that we're owing money to. Look at what China and Russia is doing now. They're now actually building their country with their own resources. They're no longer taking handouts like the way we are asking for reparation up and down. We need to use our own resources to build our own land. If you want Africa to grow, we need to start voting for the right person to grow our land. That continent of Africa needs to grow. We don't want to be the continent that always asks for aid, that always asks for reparation up and down, all because we think that it's owed to us. What does that even mean?
Oh my. Well, thank you so much. It looks like our Nana's reparation dream hasn't even left the ground yet, and Africans are already pushing back. Africans don't want free handouts, so
we don't want free handouts. And the situation with Black Americans too, asking for that reparation thing, I'm actually even concerned for them too, because we have a war that's going on right now with Russia and Ukraine, even now China and Taiwan. It's only been how long? And look at how things are expensive everywhere. It's affecting everywhere.
Inflation. Well, that's
Exactly.
why we have to grow what we eat and eat what we grow and produce everything.
Thank you. So now these white people now know that reparation, we are screaming reparation up and down. Okay, if they give you reparation, if the white man said, okay, we're going to give you reparation today, what is the reparation do you want? Because all I keep seeing is, oh, cut the check. Cut the check. Is that what us African people will be saying too? Cut the check? We'll be asking them to cut the check every minute.
We will be asking for checks. I'm sure some will ask for white women to be shipped over. Yeah, I think those would be the top priority for some, white women and checks. So there you have it.
This is what I'm going to say, is that this war that is happening, we need to pay attention to it, because if it goes longer than a year or two, they will start asking people to volunteer. And
right.
that's when the reparation talk will now start coming in. Okay, you want reparation? Sure, we'll give you the reparation, but you need to go and fight for the country. You need to go and fight for this. You need to go and do this. I mean, they did it to African people in World War II.
Well, we're not going for that. If they want, they can ship those white women
over. Isn't that what Ukraine did? Ukraine did that. He was offering money to African people who wanted to come and volunteer to fight for his country.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Okay. So now they know that
Africans are not gonna go. Some very few will, but I don't think Africans are that greedy.
All I know is we need to be careful on what we are asking of these people. They know that we need to be very. In fact, let's just not even ask them for anything. We need to show them we are capable of increasing and providing for our own people. We need to stop asking these people for help. That's why they think that they can control you. They can play God, come to your country and disrespect you up and down. We need to stop doing that. We need to stop asking Americans to come and save Africa. What are they saving Africa from? They're the ones who destroyed it in the first place. So now you want them to come back and fix it? What is
Look
that?
at what this is true. You've said it all. I know where you stand. You are definitely against the reparation. We know where you stand. But thank you again for calling in. It's been a pleasure having you again. And now we have KBM. As you guys know, we have to,
Afredamus, can I make my last statement and go? I want to go.
Oh, you want to go? Okay, go ahead. Address the white people first. Yeah, we'll have the white man be the last one. KBM, you win again as a Kenyan. Go ahead.
Sawa.
Go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, I'm not a supporter of Nana. If Nana had said the reparation was for Ghana, that would have been a different story. But if he said it's for Africa, I don't see why he should be the mouthpiece for Africa when other African presidents have not been in agreement with him. So and even beside that, the average African will not even see this reparation.
They don't know what it is.
Even if they get it, it won't get into the pocket of the average African.
Yeah. Well, he said he's fighting for the diaspora too. So he needs to stop fighting for the blacks. The blacks can speak for themselves, I think.
Yes. So yes. So the reason why I actually even came into the conversation wasn't for about Nana and reparation, but the fact that kind of like Ghanaians had been dragged into the whole thing as if we are in agreement or we sat down with Nana to come up with this idea.
Well, I'm glad you came in. You straightened those Nigerians really well. Good job.
So each king and their rules. What Nana says is not and something that the Ghanaian populace is in agreement with. Whatever decision he makes is entirely his decision. If it's not coming from the consensus of the other African presidents.
He didn't
So
reach out. So I'm glad and, finally you understood where they were coming from. Well, Mitch, thank you. Don't be a stranger. Call again, okay? It's been a pleasure having you here. KBM, as a Kenyan, speak on that here, KBM. Go ahead. What do you guys say in Kenya about this reparation thing?
Nobody talks about it in Kenya. So they have that something on the news has to come up for them to even talk a little bit about it. So it's not even a conversation in Kenya.
That is
as far as what Mike and I think St. James was talking about giving out cash.
Right.
I think that's a really bad idea because it's just going to go right down the drain. Nobody knows what to do with a bunch of cash right away. It's like a big kid in a candy store. They don't know what to do with it. Okay. So if it's going to be called reparations or if they change the name to something else, the best idea I can come up with for Europe to pay back Africa in any type of way is to go back in without any strings attached, which I doubt will even happen, but no strings attached as far as loans are concerned, and reconstruct what they left behind as far as infrastructure. And of course, with today's infrastructure, it's a lot more modern than it was 50 years ago. And then trained it, because in Africa, there's a lot of people that are eager to learn and are responsible and stuff like that. And I'm going to give you the example of this. There's a pilot school in Nairobi, right? And it's an African-owned pilot school, right? Africans from all over go there to learn how to be a pilot. They're being trained by Africans. And when they come out of that school, they're flying Boeing 747s. So if that's not responsibility, I don't know what is. Okay, so with that point there is, they need to come back, as far as I'm concerned, and rebuild Africa, pick up the slack where China's at, not picking up the slack right now, but without any strings attached. To me, they just have to come in and pay back Africa in that way. And I think if you hand it over, it's not about handing it over. It's already in the hands of Africans, but you got to be able to train them on how to make sure that the roads are being built right the way that you have it, that the buildings are being taken care of the way that they need to be taken care of, that the utilities and any other type of infrastructure that's necessary for, like, say, another New York City to operate, it needs to be done by Africans. And I think that's how they're going to have to pay it back. I don't think that will ever happen. But in my idea and the way that they should pay it back, it should be along those lines.
Is there any clue for me to look towards so I can report signs to show like the white people are actually on board to support the reparation or not? What would be some of the clues I should be looking for? Because I want to report this to the Africans.
Man, you're asking me the wrong question. I don't even know how to answer that question. I mean, who does?
Exactly. Nobody knows. That's why I ask you.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I ask you. Nobody knows, but I'll be looking around. Thank you, KBM. And
you're welcome.
You're absolutely right. So now I'm going to read quick some of the comments here. I see some interesting ones. Audrey has been busy in the chat section. I don't know, Audrey, I don't know what your beef is with Ghanaians, but it's showing. It's showing here. But I'm going to read the comments. Audrey said, first, they do year of return. Now they want reparations. How many African Americans got Ghanaian citizenship? Enough to claim reparations? Audrey, you need to stop being petty. Why are you being so petty? And now we have NY Sam Seal said, you can't get reparations for selling people and getting a raw deal. Sam Seals, but the man apologized. Does that count? The chief, Sam Seals, you got a point there. I don't know how chief can ask for reparation. That would be really funny, but this is where we at. NYE said, this president will spend it on coke and his girlfriends. I know. I think he's like 80 or something. MS Delta, stop being patriarchal. If people get cash and misuse it, then so be it. Hey, if you give them the money, you can't tell them how to spend it. This is true. Akufo is a wild one. Money by any means. He's a hustler. MS Delta said, we FBA want cash reparations. No white women, because, you know, they don't have to ship them that far to you. You know, it's just I-90, boom, probably, or I-5. Just saying. I mean, I'm sure the government wouldn't have any problem with it. And there's plenty of white women actually out there. They wouldn't mind either. Just throwing some incentives up there might be something enticing to you. And we have Born Critic said, Echoes, I get triggered with all the victim mentality talk because it is used to shame us and it works on so many. This is true. But you know what? You're allowing it because you keep allowing it to happen. When people shame you with simple words, guess what? The moment you fall for it, they would keep going. They would keep repeating it. So now, you know, what Nana is saying, the biggest mistake the white people over there in Europe would do and start feeling guilty, guess what? You know, the reparation movement will start over there. It would start building up. So, but you know, these European people, they don't go for that stuff, you know, and most of those Africans wouldn't either. It's just the internet people that would be talking about this. Lee Hill said, why would Africans want reparations? They sold their own people into slavery. Lee Hill, come on, man. Lee Hill, why do people like you always try to bring up stuff that people forgot about? Why do you have to remind everybody about this? The chief already apologized. What else do you need? Born Critic again, he said, you can get reparation for selling people. Slave owners did in America. You know, Born Critic, you're right. The slave owners were given reparation for the slaves here in America. I heard the Ashantis too received reparation from the royal family because, you know, when they abolished slavery, they had to give them reparation because they took away their livelihood. That's what the white people wrote. I'm not the one saying this. So the white people somehow, they were good with paying reparation. Now, all of a sudden, we are in 2022. They no longer want to pay. What happened? I guess the white people figured, dude, we paid some to you, to some people, you know. Well, I don't know why you guys still asking. But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I think, you know, the comments are still coming, but, you know, that brings us to the end of this show. It's been 3 hours, and I really did enjoy this conversation. Most of you have expressed what you feel about reparation. Africans said they don't want handout. The Nigerians, they said they don't want handout. You know, some even suggest that, look, you can be like hush puppy and get your reparation. What I got from that is, you rather be hush puppy and get your own reparation than somebody, you know, giving you a handout. I mean, look, I don't know what to say to that, but he got a pretty lucrative check for himself, but we don't know where that is now. So until next time, I will see you guys here tomorrow. Make sure you share and like.
Baby girl love my bop and unlike me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Baby girl love my bop and unlike me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Big flex, my swole, double cup.